Welcome back, everybody, to the Graybeard Podcast with me today. It was so easy. He did it 3 times. Everybody say hello to Mr. 3easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I told you. Actually, it came out all right, but
it came out pretty good.
It was still stupid. It was still a dumb intro. Like I always like. I think let's do this cool thing where I do this cool like disc jockey, like back in the day when you had like. You know, Wolfman Jack coming down with, you know, what like that.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid. I got to stop doing that because I don't want it. I don't want people to think like when they come and sit here, like it's a podcast. It's like the last few people I've had in, they're like, I'm on a podcast, you know, and they're all
like
nervous.
how I was the first time I was here.
Yeah, just kind of nervous and everything. But I'm just like, no, dude, we're just talking, man.
Yeah.
You know, and you can come back. Anytime. I want you in here all because we're friends. You know, well, we're Facebook friends now, so it's real.
It's
like
official.
I said, we're officially friends, and we're riding buddies.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Officially.
You just got your bike. Just got a bike up under you, some 2 wheels.
Yeah. And I won't go back to 4
No,
at all.
good for you, man. That's a commitment.
Yeah.
And as a rider, I think about you on days I drive my truck. Because there's days like I don't know if it's my age or what, dude, but like I'm just like I'm not. If it's like raining, if it's super cold outside, I am not riding that bike.
Really, I'll be ready.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
You'd be out there in a tank top. Look at
Yeah,
you. You'd be like,
I'll
fuck
be
it.
ready.
It's not cold. It ain't cold. Doing 100 miles an hour. No, he doesn't.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. No, it is. There's something to it, man. There's a freedom.
Yeah. It's a different feeling from actually sitting inside of what I learned people call them is cagers.
Yeah.
It's different
That's the
because
thing.
when you on a bike, you feel part of the actual environment that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I cross over the bridges, I literally be looking like holy shit.
Yeah.
I can
Stuff you don't think about
Yeah.
when you're in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exposed.
Yeah.
And there's an element of danger, but there's also like it's just the freedom. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. It's like when you were a kid riding your bicycle and you for the first time, you're like your mom and dad got you a bike for Christmas or something, and
you just want to take it out.
and you go and you're like, holy shit, they're just letting me ride. I can just go ride this around.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, and then as you get older, your bike is your main source of transportation, and you're like, I'm going to my buddy's house. All right, see ya. Where does he live? Like a mile away, and you just take your bike and go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's similar to that feeling, but like way faster.
Yeah, extremely fast. Especially if you're riding with me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be extremely fast.
Yeah. No, we rode a little bit. We went down to Alpine Grove, and that was fun. And I was honestly when we said we were gonna ride, I was like, shit, he's gonna fucking leave me in the dust.
No, I'll be cruising. When I ride with people, I cruise. I cruise.
Yeah.
Unless I rent it to somebody on the expressway. Like I rented to like a R7 the other day.
Yeah.
And we was
Y'all hit it.
yeah. Allegedly.
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 Yeah. He doesn't even it's a Grom. It's funny. This guy I work with, he's got a twin brother, and he's like, yeah, we just got bikes. And I was like, yeah, what'd you get? He's like, we got Groms. I'm not taking anything away from Groms.
Yeah.
I'm not. They're cool. They're like, it's like having a 4-wheeler,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I know that the Grom community, if they hear that, they're going to shit themselves.
'Cause they ride deep.
They ride hard. Yeah. I mean, and those fuckers, you can modify those things, and they can be very fast and very dangerous. But I've seen them just killing it, crushing it up on the highway, and I'm like, bro, it looked like a mini bike.
Yeah. I've seen a few people ride it. It just, to me, I think like riding on the road, I feel like I look silly as hell on it.
Yeah.
Because they're so small.
Yeah.
But as far as like stunting them out or just practicing how to wheelie and stuff, like they're really good for that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I look weird on a motorcycle because I have like I feel like I just look weird. Like the way I sit, my posture. I have horrible posture.
Yeah.
I'm
Look at it. Look at it. That's no fucking way.
I traded the van up for it, straight up for it. This hog gets 40 miles to the gallon.
Hey, huh?
I'm gonna still give you the rider, the rider wave. But,
Oh yeah,
but,
2 fingers down.
But Jesus, It'd be hilarious. But it seemed like it's a fun bike.
Yeah.
Kinda, it seemed like it's a real forgiving bike.
It would be fun to, if you're like a younger, like if my daughter, she wanted to learn. You know, before I got rid of my old Kawasaki, before I got this one, she wanted to learn. And I was like, well, this is 650. This is a good bike for you to learn on. You know, it ain't fast. I wasn't going to jump out from underneath it or nothing. But I was like, damn, if a Grom would have been perfect.
Yeah,
I think that
agreed.
if you're just learning the mechanics of the bike, how to change gears, you know, and you're riding in parking lots and shit, you know.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah. Going out to a dirt track, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be super fun.
Yeah, I think my next bike, I want a DRZ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can, you know, ride around.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different. Each bike it gives you like different feels. I mean,
Yeah,
I've never in my life have I ridden a bike like yours.
Really?
Never.
I say just the other day I rode my first crotch rocket.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Ninja 650.
What do you call that one?
So that is technically the term that they call it is a hyper naked.
Okay.
So it's like a mixture between a cruiser and a crotch rocket.
Because you sit more up.
Yeah, it's more upright. You can change it if you change out the handlebars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more relaxed, but I still be tucking.
Yeah.
I still be tucking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I coughed, so I had to mute myself. But what kind of bike do you have?
2023 Yamaha MT10.
Don't say the color or nothing because I don't want people tagging you.
I just want to see what, because I didn't see it out there. Sorry.
That's all right. Pat's looking up the bike. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Damn, that visual
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, I got the all black. Well, what they say, raven black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that one.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Aftermarket exhaust.
Mhm.
I spray painted my exhaust tips
Yeah.
all black.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Did you have to use like a? I know I asked you this when we were riding the other day. Like, what it was like a different kind of paint, or was it
Yeah,
just
yeah. It's like it's supposed to be one that's made for like high temperature.
Right, right.
Because God knows I don't want to be hauling ass and just
Smoking down the-
Yeah.
Smoking down, shit catch on fire. I watched a motorcycle catch on fire. I don't know what happened. I think the guy's his gas cap. It was a Harley, and his gas cap was loose. And it fell off, and because Harleys fucking shake so much, like all the gas was just bubbling out, and it hit his pipes and caught on fire.
Oh man.
It burnt it burnt everything, the seat, the wire harnesses, everything. It just melted that bike. I was like, shit. It took him about like 5 minutes to get out there with a fucking fire extinguisher and put it out.
By then that bike is
Oh, it's
gone.
toast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the frame, I guess, is good. You know, it can be rebuilt.
Yeah, but what's crazy is what I learned is like after getting my bike, I thought motorcycles would be a lot cheaper, you know, to deal with than cars. I mean, insurance wise, fuel wise, yeah, but the
All
parts,
the bullshit you want to put on it.
yeah, the parts are expensive as hell.
All the customizing, and then you're like, oh, I gotta get gear. So a helmet is anywhere from $350 to over $1,000.
Yeah.
Then you got to get, of course, you got to get the intercom system so you
Yeah.
can listen
To
to your
your
music,
music, yeah.
or you can mesh with other riders. Which it was nice. When we went riding, we meshed for a little bit. Then my stupid ass shit died. I
It was
found
dope.
I found though, like, I don't know what the battery life is on yours. You have a real one. I've got like one of those off-brand deals.
I forgot. I think mine's is. I forgot exactly how much it is, but it's a Cardo. It's
Yeah.
a Cardo Pro.
How long do you? I mean, before you have to charge it, you think? How many rides?
Honestly, I probably charge it every 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The good thing about mine is when I set my helmet down, it'll cut off.
Really?
Yeah, and then when I pick it up, it'll reconnect to my
Oh,
phone. Yeah.
that's nice.
They're better at fucking $500.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the next expense. Then gloves, that's
Yeah.
another $50, $60. Then you got to get a jacket. That can be, you know, $200 to a fucking $600 depending
Yeah.
on, you know, what kind you get. And you're like, oh, I want to get some riding pants.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get some riding boots.
And then you just went down this rabbit hole.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get winter stuff. I got to get summer stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because you I don't care what anybody says, and we talked about this earlier. We've been talking for like an hour before you guys got here, but definitely, in my opinion, dress for the slide, not the ride.
Right.
You know,
Agreed.
I I don't give a fuck how hot it is in the summer. I'm wearing as much gear as I can possibly put on me.
Yeah.
And people make fun of me, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'm out here. You know what I mean? You're in your box, your big metal box. I don't have airbags, although they have made them. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I seen two different kinds. I
that is
seen
some
one
bullshit.
is like as soon as it feel impacted,
Yeah.
and then there's another one that ties to your motorcycle.
Yes.
and when it stretches off, the only thing I don't like about that one is like
Like a jet ski.
yeah, because if you tether to your bike
And you forget.
and is one you forget to take it off when you get off your bike, you're gonna fucking explode in the middle of wherever you at. And second, if you get into an accident and you slide with your bike, that shit is never gonna go off. It's never gonna go off. So it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Then
And,
I'm calling a lawyer.
and it looks dumb.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, the jackets look cool, but like it just doesn't look like it would protect you from much.
Yeah, not insane. I think what it boils down to
Maybe
is,
help you from stop you from getting a broken arm or something.
right. But I think when it kind of boils down to it is no matter what equipment you get as far as gear wise,
Mm-hmm.
if you hit a certain amount of speed or the accident is hit to a certain level of height, nothing is going to save you.
Right.
Like I read online that this guy broke the world record on going the fastest motorcycle on a Hayabusa, and he went like 180 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And he died an hour later in the hospital. 180 miles per hour. I don't give a fuck if you got on a Santa Claus outfit. It's nothing.
Oh,
gonna
he
save
crashed
you.
at 180?
Yeah, he crashed at 180. It's nothing you can do.
No, the best and the only defense you have is yourself and your brain.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I mean, you know, Pat will tell you I wasn't always the smartest fuck when I rode my bike. They would get every time if I would go, and they live 2 minutes from me,
Yeah.
so I would be like, I'll just throw on the hat and just go down. And every time hey, where's your fucking helmet?
Yeah, you fucking psycho.
Dumbass. They would call me all kinds of dirty ass names, just like, bitch, wear your fucking helmet. And I know it looks, you know, I've talked to so many Harley riders and cruiser riders, you know, because that's me. I'm a cruiser rider. And they're like, man, I just wear a brain bucket. I'm like, well, that's cool unless you land on your face.
Right.
You know, and I thought about, and I'm still thinking about buying one of them, you know, just a half helmet. But they look so stupid.
I don't trust them.
They just look dumb
Yeah.
to me. It ain't even about can it save my life? It's like, do I want to look like a penis? You know? Like it literally looks like the fucking tip of a dick. And I mean, I'm only judging by what mine looks like. So, ladies, do with that what you will. But yeah, but they make fun of me for wearing a full helmet. You know, like I get shit all the time for it.
Which
I'm
is
like,
crazy. I think that's one of the stupidest things.
yeah, like you're gonna make fun of me because I want to not maybe, you know, get brain damage.
Right.
Or fuck my face up to where I can't eat food because my lips were scraped off by the fucking concrete
'Cause
from
it would-
going 100 miles an hour and hitting asphalt.
It'll do it quick.
Oh yeah,
It'll do it
you'll
quick.
learn real fast that, you know, I think it's one of the greatest things. A lot of people, when you drive around in your cage, as a cager, apparently that's the terminology now, but you start feeling invincible.
Yep.
You know that, and I know back when I was a kid, I had a stick shift. I smoked cigarettes. I had to change I'm in there with my CDs like this, scrolling through with a cigarette in my hand, a coffee in the other, and I'm changing gears, and I might be having a hamburger. And I mean, we did so much shit that was like, what the fuck were we doing? You know, and now people can't fucking, they're dying. And we did all that and still looked up at the road. Like I could do all that without looking down and drive good. But now that little fucking phone, it just takes your attention. People get like, I'm in traffic. Let me get on Facebook. And they start scrolling. And then it's like, oh, I'm moving. That's okay. I'll just take a look up every now and then. It only takes 3 seconds, dude.
Yeah.
Less than that.
If I catch somebody, I always read I shake my finger at them.
Yeah, you
I'm
did that
like,
today.
You fucking know. Yeah. Because anything happen quick. And if you want to do it, get the hell away from me.
Right.
Get away from me. That's when that's why I don't know. I drive aggressively, and for reasons like that, I'd rather get the hell out the way than be stuck with somebody that's doing something stupid.
My cousin a long time ago, he when he was teaching me how to ride, he's the one that taught me how to ride, and I was like, you know, so just go the speed limit, this and that. But he was like, don't ever go the speed limit. And I was like, what do you mean? Now, that's the way I drove a car.
Yeah.
Drive the speed limit. I drove like a grandmama, you know. And he's like, don't fucking ever do it. And I'm like, why? And he goes, dude, I had a cop pull me over. I want to say it was somewhere in Georgia or something like that, you know. And he pulled him over, and he goes, dude, you're doing the speed limit. And he goes, on a motorcycle. And he's like, and he didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And the cop goes, are you trying to die?
Yeah.
He's like, you on a bike, you need to be going at least 5 to 10 miles faster than everybody else, and get the fuck away from people. And that was a weird thing when you've been driving a car your whole life and you never rode a bike. You're like, ugh. But it's super fucking dangerous, but it's so goddamn fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, like I said, I won't go back to a car.
Yeah.
I don't think I will at all.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that is a commitment.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for doing it. I think about you every time I'm on the road. Like, I hope he's all right. Just be safe. I mean, and no matter how safe you are, it don't matter.
Yeah.
There's always some asshole that's going to, override your safeness.
Yeah. That's why, like, the biggest things I work on is, like, my reaction speed. And, I'm constantly scanning,
Yeah.
Miles ahead of me, trying to predict what cars is about to do.
Right.
And if I start noticing something, then I'm doing from 80 and I'm going higher to get out
I'm
the
going
way.
higher.
Yeah.
I'm teleporting.
Yeah.
It really is kind of like teleportation. People don't realize the displacement in a car and a bike. Like, bitch, I don't care what kind of car you got.
Yeah. The weight
distribution
is crazy.
You're not gonna beat me off the line.
Yeah, because I say so allegedly I'll say I got into a situation with 2 Scats, a Hellcat, and a Track Hawk, and 3 FHPs, and, allegedly, and I'm gone. Oh, no.
You just set the stage, bro. They're like, oh, okay, I remember this. They're not listening. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. My bike is quick. Mm-hmm. I enjoy it for that.
Yeah.
But I be trying to get people to understand. I mean, your car, unless you're driving something crazy, you're not gonna be able to.
Tesla.
Nah, Teslas will fucking hit it.
Yeah,
they'll hit it. But that's cheating. I feel like they cheating.
It's cheating. I want to feel that power. I do.
On a Tesla?
I want to get in. I've never been in one. Elliot, you remember Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
He when the last time when he was here, he's going back and forth whether he should buy one or not. But I said, well, when you get it, bring it over. Let's go ride, because I want to feel that fucking that 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, dude. Like, you literally travel back in time. Like, any faster than you might.
Yeah, right.
You're breaking the sound barrier or some bullshit. Like, what, did my balls just come out of my asshole? Like, what happened here?
I don't think I'll trust myself with something going that fast.
No?
Because on my bike, I'm constantly pushing.
Yeah. What do you think about all this shit that's going on with we'll switch subjects. It's whatever. But, everybody's protesting Elon, and they're like they're scratching and burning up and blowing up fucking Teslas
shitting
and shit.
on and spitting on.
I'll say this. My responsibility, like if I seen people do that, is Elon Musk is the only person that went in space and got them people back when they were stuck out there when Biden abandoned them. So he got the cool in my book. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to take stuff personal, which don't fully. I don't know. I think people are sensitive as hell nowadays.
Yeah.
And being like a lot of people are so anti-Trump, they're like anybody with him.
Yeah.
Fuck him too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody, exactly. And that's not just for the people. It's for anything that he brings up. It could be something that they were on board with, and if he gets on board with that thing, it is now unpopular. And I hate the term, TDR or whatever it is, Trump derangement syndrome, TDS or whatever the fuck it is. I hate that term. It's funny. As someone that has a sense of humor, I think it's kind of funny, but it's like kind of real.
Yeah.
Anything that dude says out of his mouth, it could be the best thing for America. It could be the best thing to ever happen.
And people will still find a way.
Because it's him.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he says. And he even said that. That's something I saw he said in one of his press conferences. Actually, I think it was his
State of the Union.
State of the Union. He's like, I could cure cancer, and they'd still hate me.
Yeah, and the sad part about it is true.
Yeah.
You know, Elon Musk got in there, and he, you know, once he got access to the treasury, you know, he started exposing a lot.
Yeah.
And then how you still hate this man?
And that's died down a little bit, or not so much. Maybe it's died down as far as the what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't research. I don't look into it. I don't look at social media.
No.
Like you talked about not being on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I don't fucking go on. I'll go on. I give myself little bursts every day to go on Instagram, and if you're there, if you're in my top like four or five swipes,
Yeah.
you know, I'll hit your thing. I might comment or whatever. But yeah, I don't. There's too much going on in the world,
Yeah.
you know, and easy, big fella. Sorry, trying to break the shit. There's too much going on in the world. There's too much going on right here in our backyard, and it's just like, what do you focus on?
Right. Right.
And are some of these things to distract us from what's really happening, or is it just what's really happening? It's too much. I think it's too much information all at once.
Yeah. And people don't know how to handle it.
Right.
They don't know how to discern what they need to be paying attention to versus not so much. What was priority wise?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think too. I just think we weren't set up for that.
Yeah.
We're not set up to have this much information all the time. And then everybody, I love the fact that everybody has a voice, but the thing that certain people fear, like, you can't say this. Like, you know, we were talking about, you know, the First Amendment, you know, and freedom of speech. And there was a period of time recently that it was like you couldn't say anything. People didn't. If you said certain things, they want to shut you down.
Yeah.
Instead of hearing what you have to say, and you know, something that a great man has said, and I've repeated this before, but you know, how do you fight bad speech? With better speech.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say who that was. He probably knows exactly who it was. But
Saint Rogie.
I wouldn't go that fucking far. I would never call him a saint. He is an innovator.
Yes.
It's people like him doing what they're doing, and I think that it's changing the way people consume information. I think it's changing the way that information is laid out. You know, when you're having people of stature coming in your space and talking in front of millions of people, you know, and they're like experts in the field, and you're talking about that subject matter, and they're like giving you the real, and you know, and he don't care whether they're right or left or up the middle or fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He'll talk to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was one of the things that got him in a lot of hot water, because he was bringing people in and they're like, why are you giving them a platform?
You're carrying water.
Why are you giving them you shouldn't platform them. He's like, well, I want to talk to them. I want to find out why they think the way they do.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that of someone who does this, you know, I think that's the best way to do it, you know, is to find out what these experts think, you know, so maybe it'll help me make a better decision, or maybe it'll help millions of people make better decisions. But people shit on him, you know, and they want to shut people down like him, you know, but when Trump said stupid shit, they took away his they took the sitting president's Twitter page away. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, and there was a period of time when I think it was the NCC or NC. I don't think it was. It might have been the NCAA. I don't fucking know. That's a football thing or a basketball. I don't know. There was like a media company or whatever the fuck it was, or it might not have been a media. Whatever it was, NCAA. Is that basketball?
Yeah, that's
fuck if I know. Damn it.
Association.
Anyways, there was a group of people.
Yeah.
And they were like
NAACP?
NAA. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And they were like, you need to and they were on about, you know, the First Amendment. And they were like, you've got to let everybody say what they want, even fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
I don't condone it, but they should be able to say what they want, and I think the way that well, now there's a couple things that happen when they start doing that. Well, now we know who they are.
Yeah.
We got them. We know who you are. We understand. We're not going to fuck with you. You do your own thing in your own little corner. But also the best way to deal with that is to what's that guy's name that converted over 200? Well, this was probably 6 years ago. He's probably converted tons more now. He he's a bluegrass or blues singer, but he converted a bunch of Ku Klux Klan people to where they gave him their robes.
Really?
Yeah, and he's a black guy. The first guy he ever talked to, he was playing in a bar, and the guy was really impressed. So he came over to the table and he sat down and ordered a beer, and the guy was like, "Wow, this is first time I ever had a beer with somebody like you." And he goes, "Well, a musician?" And he goes, "No, a black man." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And he talked to him, and the guy was like, "No." He's like, "I'm in the Klan, dude." And he showed him his fucking card. I guess they have membership cards.
That's crazy. So.
And he showed him his card, and he was like, "Wow, okay." So he sat there and talked to him. Daryl Davis, I think his name is.
Oh shit.
KK. I think it was Daryl Davis. Yep.
Yeah, Daryl Davis.
Yeah, and he is so fucking smart, that guy. But just having a conversation with this dude, by the end of the conversation, he's like, "I'd like to talk to you some more." And so he did, and they met for lunch or whatever. They talked more, and the third time they met, he's like, "I'm out. I can't." He's like, I can't hate people. It's because they're uneducated.
Yeah.
And they're institutionalized from an early age. They're taught from childhood to hate certain groups of people that aren't just like them. Yeah. And, but at any rate, the point is, even those fucking people should be able to have their say.
Agree.
But just like Daryl Davis, he fought that hate with better speech. Yeah. And I think that's the way you do it. You don't fight hate with hate. You fight it with better shit.
Yeah.
I
agree.
That's just my opinion. But I like I told you earlier, I've been hardcore harping on the First Amendment in this podcast.
I can't wait. I don't know. I think getting back into photography and getting back to I want to say I'm gonna start changing up because of how I used to be is kind of a little bit more. I say what the hell I want to say.
Right.
I think I'm falling back a little bit to kind of. I don't want to say make it more professional. Yeah. Because that's for the most part, my personality is what got a lot of people to book with me.
Sure.
But I'm gonna not be as, out there.
Well, you can grow. You're not self-censoring, but you can grow or change. Everybody changes. Yeah. People change. I mean, shit, every 7 years, every molecule in your body is apparently changed, except for your brain. I think that stays the same. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I could be making that up. I don't fucking know. But, I mean, I think it's okay for people to change. You want more?
No, I'm good right
We can
now.
get you some more in a little bit. I'll have my manservant get you some.
Call the butler.
Butler. No, but... yeah, I think it's good, man. I think if that's what you feel that you need to do in your life, I think there ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I can see, dude, I still do. You have a personality that shines, and I'm not hitting on you, but I'm just telling you, like I watched you work. That one, I don't think I ever saw you shoot except for that one fashion show.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched you float around and talk to people like I would never do that.
What's crazy is when I put down my camera, I can't do that shit at all.
You're like, yeah.
This
it's like when shield.
Right. It's like when I put on my motorcycle helmet, I turn into a whole
different person. Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. But I mean, it's it's part of your personality. When you pick it up, you change. You become a different person, and you're very outgoing, and you talk to people, and you get, but that's how you get the shots that you get. That's how you get the work that you get. That's how you meet the people that you meet, and that's how you network. I went to many networking meetings at the Collab Cafe, and there's a shitload of people I didn't meet.
I still haven't been there.
They haven't been doing them as much, and I need to call Jit or John or Oh my God, Ray, I just felt like I fucking had a brain fart. I didn't forget you guys. I love you, but I need to call them guys and find out what they're doing. You know, I know that things are changing up there, but like I haven't gotten any notifications about networking meetings. And shit like that. They're getting more like into doing like daytime real estate seminars and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, like I got a notification about one of those. They were talking about it was like some real estate guru was talking about buying and renting like trailers.
Yeah.
You know, and how lucrative it is, and how it's a whole new form of business because people can't afford houses anymore. So if you buy some trailers and park them on some land and you rent them out, it's apparently very lucrative, I guess.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see
definitely
that.
see that.
I would be like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of tiny houses because they look cool. You know, some of those tiny houses are dope.
They be set up really nice.
Yeah.
And it, you know, with 40, 50,000, I'll
Yeah.
gladly buy one.
Oh fuck yeah.
And be comfortable.
A third of what my house cost, I'll spend the rest on a fucking plot of land and
Yeah.
call it a damn day. That's what I should have done. But I was just, man, when I bought this house, I was just ready to get out of the apartment.
Yeah.
I was just ready to get out of the apartment. But what's fucking funny is like I was talking to my kid the other day. She was talking about looking at apartments and stuff. I was like, okay, let me know when I help you move.
Because they're expensive as hell. Yeah.
No, but yeah, she found a couple that she might be able to do, and I mean, I guess she's thinking about moving. And I was like, you might want to wait till you're out of school, till you finish and get your job, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I'm not forcing her out, but I just had to justify that. I had to qualify that. I didn't want her watching this and thinking I'm trying to push her out, but yeah, and I was just thinking about, I was getting reminiscent of that damn apartment, man. I was like, wow, a free gym, a free pool. I could, you know, and it was nice, man.
Yeah, something breaks, you can just
you
call
call
maintenance.
fucking maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. I tried. There's no number.
Yeah, besides the warranty number.
Yeah, I call and my own phone rings. Like, God damn it, I'm the fucking maintenance man too. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, and I'm cheap when it came to apartments. Like when I had my own place, I didn't care. I stayed out east when I had my apartment. I paid $1,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
2-bedroom bath.
Yep.
And I stayed in the middle of the hood. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I like people would get mad at me. Why you in the hood? What I say? My rent is $1,000.
Yeah.
How much you pay?
Right.
I said I am okay with that. And that during that time is when I was traveling. So I'd be gone 3 weeks.
Right.
I'll be back a week. So I was only there a week.
Mhm.
You know, $1,000. I'm like, that's perfect for me.
Yeah. That's like a shoot. You can
Yeah.
do that and pay for it.
Yeah. And then it gave me enough money to kind of blow on stupid shit.
Yeah.
But $1,000, I would gladly. I don't care. It
Yeah.
didn't bother me because if I went outside, I mean, only times I was outside is when I walked to the corner store or I was going in and out of my car, coming, you know what I'm saying? But I always had my gun with me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think nobody's going to bother me.
Yeah.
I never had no issue with nobody out there at all.
Yeah.
So, $1,000. And now my mortgage is, $3,400. I wish I can go back to that $1,000 in the hood. You hear
Yeah.
me?
That's a lot of money, son.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy. My taxes, the property taxes is like $700-800 of that alone. So I'm like, fuck, I just want to go back to this $1,000 apartment.
As your taxes like rolled up in your mortgage escrow?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that pull that out and they just pay it once a year.
Yeah.
And they save apparently a shitload of money.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think about it. It's escrowed into your mortgage payment.
Yeah, so it'll drop that down, yeah.
Because, you know, I think interest applies to that as well.
I can
since
see
it's
that.
rolled up.
Which is
you know.
crazy as hell.
I
Yeah.
think you have to have 20% of your house paid off though before you can do that.
Okay, well, that's news to me. I'm fucked. I can't do that because I just got a refinance and I took out like $65K more than I had already, you know. So wherever I was at, I think I just went right back to square one.
Yeah.
But I'm about to do it again. Shit. I still got shit to do in here, man. I got to finish this room. I got shit in there I need to finish. I need money, son.
Yeah. See it right now. Like my house, I just bought a house. So everything is brand new.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, start putting money to the side. Putting money to the side. Because once that warranty fade out, you know, AC units ain't cheap.
Mm-mm.
You know what
He'll
I'm
tell
saying?
you.
There's a lot
But if you need one, call your boy.
Call me.
I work on a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I won't deal with. Like I would not deal with anything electrical in my house. I would
Fuck.
call somebody quick. I don't care who you are. I'm not dealing with no electric.
Yeah, I've been electrocuted quite a few times. My second house when I was married, she bought this ridiculous chandelier. Ridiculous. Like it was all what is that? Swarovski. What the fuck is, you know what I'm talking about? That crystal. I think it's Swarovski or something like that. It's a crystal brand. People that are crystal people know. They like it. They're but it's like a real popular brand. And this motherfucker, I don't know how she found it, but this motherfucker was on the very top shelf at Home Depot, and I think it was up there because it was like, whatever. That's beside the point. We bought the bitch, and we bought it for like a third of the price. It was so cheap. But I was putting it in and installing it, and I had her out in the garage flipping the breakers on and off so I could figure out the wiring situation. And I was like, all right, turn them off. And I'm up there, and I think she thought I said turn them on. And I was literally holding two wires together, and it arced, and it fucking blew me off the ladder.
Oh, no.
And I was like, nah.
Which is crazy because I won't dabble with electricity whatsoever, but allegedly, I've been caught at speeds at like 155 plus in the full tuck. Allegedly,
yeah. What is it? 120? What is that going to do to you?
Oh, so
apparently it grabs a hold of you.
Man, look. So allegedly, We're just
going to title this podcast allegedly with 3 easy.
Right. I was riding. I was coming back from the west side, dropping off a bike for my buddy.
Yeah.
And far left lane, going down the expressway 95, allegedly. Booking 120.
Yeah.
And all I seen is headlights cut on.
Oh.
I was like, fuck. I know this ain't who I think it is. And then I'm on the phone with my buddy. And he was like, man, the best thing you can do right now, don't look back, give it full throttle. And yeah, allegedly that's what I did, and I'm here today. But I say with the bikes, I don't know, it's all dependent on the personality because it's there.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to use it.
Yeah.
I got
when you can, you will.
Yeah. And I have a bad habit. Cause I don't drink no more.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't smoking at all.
Yeah.
So the bike kind of replaced my drinking. So that'd be like my high.
Yeah.
It
is too.
I don't believe in traffic.
I don't believe. Have you been in Jacksonville? You don't have to believe in it. It's there, motherfucker.
So
it ain't like believing in God. It's right. You can see it.
So how short? So my bike frame is short statured.
Right.
So I'm able to get in a lot of situations that I can.
That's one thing that I'm like it's been not a debate, but it's been like a conversation of topic around here is like, cause for some reason it'll come up like lane splitting and lane filtering.
Yeah.
I know that one of them is illegal in Florida, but the other one is okay.
I thought both of them was illegal.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think filtering is okay.
I think filtering would be considered when you're doing under 30 or under, just going through traffic. Mm-hmm. But anything like higher than that speed, I think that's lane splitting.
Yeah. Well, when people lane split, I've seen them do it here.
I do it all the time.
But when they do it, and it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, you
don't need to be doing 40 miles an hour through the middle of cars.
I think
the way you just smirked tells me that you might think otherwise.
I think
allegedly
it depends on the rider. Yeah. Honestly, don't ride above your your expertise. And also, like, I'm a firm believer in if I hesitate, I won't do it. Mm-hmm. If I have the second, like if I had that slight moment and thought process in my head. And it's like, should I do it? If I ask myself, should I do it? I don't do it.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. I have no idea. But
some kind of weird intuition.
Yeah, it got to be because it's plenty of times that I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go.
Yeah, and
I'll be fine. But that's a firm, like, I will always stand on that. If I have to second guess it, I will not do it at all. I don't care how simple it look. If it's second guess, I won't do it at all. But then it's a lot of shit that I do that I should be second guessing.
Yeah,
but.
It is what it is. But I don't give nobody no hate for nothing. When somebody drives stupid or they're doing something or like they almost run me off the road, like I don't pray for shit. I don't pray. I don't do that.
I think that's why I ride like that.
But
I'd be scared to get ran off the road.
I see people doing stupid shit and driving dumb, and I'm like, man, I just like I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I'm healed. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the best at this because I will. Fuck you, motherfucker. You know, I will do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm like, bro, I hope you get home safe.
Yeah.
And I just hit them with that little mantra, you know, just get home safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't let because people get mad, they get road rage, and then they don't think, and then they do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And that's when bad shit happens.
Right. That's why I got that sticker on the side of my helmet.
Yeah. What did it say again?
The Second Amendment.
Oh, okay. Make people think twice.
Yeah, you got to. You got to, especially in Jacksonville. It seems like it's a lot more aggressive driving, but sensitive driving also.
Mm-hmm.
You honk the horn at somebody, you know, they want to get out and fight.
Mm.
And, you know, in the state of Florida, you know, that's stand your ground. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
going nowhere. And me on the bike, I can't escape. I'm trapped in.
Yeah.
I fear for my life.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I don't know who this guy is. He could just snatch me off.
You need to get one of them mounts that mounts in like right next to your on your bike, like right on the bike, so you can just
and pull it. I seen some chest mounts
Mm-hmm.
that you can just, you know,
Yeah.
quick pull.
Yeah. Oh, what is it? Open carry?
Open, or constitutional carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. Does that mean that you can walk around with it like?
Yeah, we don't
Out.
have that here. It was
What?
proposed a couple months ago, but we don't have it.
Okay.
Here.
No. Yeah,
I don't-
the boys will grab you.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Nah,
Just-
I think the open carry. I think you got to be a special kind of stupid because let's say if you're in a scenario and they see you with a firearm, you're going to be the first target.
Mm.
Because that's my mindset. If I'm robbing a bank and if I see somebody with a firearm on the hip, I'm gonna grab them first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My preference is I'd rather you not know I got it.
Right.
Even if I'd rather you see a bulge.
Or just imply.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like implied nudity in a photo shoot. It's not real nudity.
I keep my
Yeah.
Pat's bringing back the fanny pack.
bringing it back, baby.
Nah, and to your point, man, I mean, I do believe in a well-armed society as a polite society. However, you know, I don't know if you got a chance to look at any of those podcasts I did recently with my friend Jaylani. You remember? I mean, Pat, you know. I have a friend who has a foundation. He works with like underprivileged, you know, children, kids in basically the hood, you know, in places where there's no opportunity, and a lot of times they turn to a life of crime because it's
easy.
It's there.
Yeah.
The element is there, and they will go, "Oh, you need money for food? Well, come on over here, man.
Yeah.
Come on over here. Hold this. Put that in your pocket, and then I want you to take this package, and then they're in." You know, but he's trying to be out there, and he's showing them like a different way.
Yeah.
But last week, I mean, he and I worked together, and he came up, and he was like bummed the fuck out. I was like, "What's wrong with you, man?" One of the young people that he mentors got shot 3 times,
Yeah.
and he was just standing around, hanging out with his buddies. You know, he wasn't even involved apparently in the altercation, and he was like an innocent bystander. Got shot twice in the leg, and I don't know how it happened. For the grace of whatever you believe in, but his mouth was open wide. I don't know if he was yelling or laughing at the time or whatever the fuck was happening, but his mouth was open so wide, the bullet went in one cheek and out the other. Because if his mouth was closed, it would have bounced around in there, may have gone up in his brain. I mean, you know, bullets don't hit on a straight trajectory when they start hitting bone.
Yeah, right.
But so first of all, let me just say my thoughts are out to you, Jay, and to your. I don't know the name of the young man. He didn't tell me, but apparently he's doing better.
No.
But it's just fucked up, man. And then for this guy, he's out here busting his ass trying to teach these kids because he came up like that, and he got himself out of that.
That's likewise for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, and so he's the same way as you. He's like, God damn, dude. He's like, I got guns. I believe in that, you know, Second Amendment. I believe in it. He's like, but man, it's so fucked up that these kids get these guns in their hands and they don't think about the repercussions.
Right. I think the biggest fault into that is social media.
Yeah.
Songs.
Yeah.
You know,
Glorifying it. There was a long period of time I mean, look, I grew up. I was born in '77, so I grew up through all the genres of like all the different musics. I liked rap. I didn't really care for country. I liked rock and roll. I liked heavy metal. I liked everything else, bluegrass, jazz music. I love all of it. But there was a point in time when I kind of had to stop listening to rap, and it was when they started talking about gangster shit, and it's just not for me.
Yeah.
I don't care if other people like it. That's cool. Like what you like, but just for me, I didn't care for it. Because I don't want to glorify something that takes lives.
Agreed.
I mean, I guess we could say the same thing for like if there's songs about the military, because those guys die too.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any, but God bless the USA. Or I don't know. I don't know.
Don't let Canada hear you.
Yeah. Look, Canada is a wonderful place, and they're beautiful people, but they got some fucked up leadership.
Yeah, I think I remember I was talking because I like to talk bullshit on my Facebook is where I go to talk my shit now.
There's a lot of that happening over there.
And I remember seeing the post, and it was this Canadian man, and he was just bashing the United States about our government. And I was like, did you not read that your prime minister confiscated all your firearms as far as civilians just to send them across seas? I like y'all naked over there.
Yeah. Well, look at I can't remember the exact details, but I think it was during. I'm gonna say the bad word. Like let me just set this up. Well, let me just set this up for everybody. One of the last times Easy was on, we got our episode pulled, but that was because me and Pat were talking crazy shit. So
Turn of the freaking Frog's gay.
But at any rate, yeah, during COVID and like well before that happened, that time period, I think. See, this is also how I combat that. This is also how I self-censor. I say I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. But it was. I think it was before that started that they took all their guns away and they made it. They were like, no more guns unless you're hunting.
Yeah.
And then during COVID, they were like literally like sending a militia around to like people's houses and making sure they're like in there and like kicking their door in if there's more than the amount of people that are supposed to be there, and like
that's crazy.
Like just taking control, like almost I don't know, man. Like you can't allow that.
Yeah.
And they can't do that here because we're so well armed.
Right. Because I wish they would.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that say that. I wish a motherfucker would.
You won't make it past my front door.
No.
Play that.
No, but there were certain people, certain groups of people, certain people that didn't really. I think a lot of times people will say things based on emotion, based on a headline. They don't read the actual article or any other articles that may, offer differing information.
Yeah.
And two, the news media that we have to this day, I think hopefully they're getting a little bit different now after being called fake for the last 8 years. It's like maybe we ought to just report on the facts.
Yeah.
Instead of being so right or left leaning, let's just report the facts and let people decide.
Right. And the facts is guns don't kill people.
People kill people.
Right. And if you legalize, if everybody has a gun, the gun crime is gonna drop dramatically.
Yeah.
Because people going to second guess about pulling their gun because they know that person got their gun.
Well,
String through deterrence.
I think that's why we haven't had any, knock on wood, I haven't had any nukes go off in a while because
we got nukes.
Everybody got them.
Yeah.
Everybody got them. And if one starts blowing them, everybody going.
Yeah.
And we all fucking dying.
Yeah.
That's one thing I worry about. That's one of the things that right there was one of the things I worried about in our last with our last leader. Because you look at him, he couldn't get through a press conference.
Right. Without falling asleep.
And I'm like, or falling asleep or spouting, like saying the wrong, when it came to numbers, fuck.
Foothills of Himalayas.
Yeah. Where am I? Who shit my pants?
Who's in my pants?
But yeah, so it was like, that guy has control of that?
And a lot of people defended him. A lot of people still do. A lot of people still do defend him.
I'm sure he's a fantastic person. I don't think he should have been office.
Yeah, I really feel like he was just.
And that has
fake.
nothing to do political. That has nothing to do with right or left. I just look at him.
Yeah, he's not fit at all. Not even mentally wise. Especially when I heard that as soon as he got out, he pardoned everybody in his family, which I want to know why.
You can't pre-pardon
You know why.
anybody though, so they don't count. Technically, they don't count. Yeah.
I want to see.
You
how
know
that
why.
works. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's already come out. Like all the shit on his son's laptop and all that stuff.
Well, he was supposed to go to trial. Joe Biden, that is, was supposed to go to trial for something related to Burisma and Hunter's dealings in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And they even said then that Biden was unfit to go through that trial.
Yeah.
That was halfway through his presidency.
Yeah, it's
So,
it's pointless. I think it's a moot point now.
Yeah.
Let the man just retire and
And
just
die.
rest. Just rest and enjoy the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And that's what he should have been doing
Agreed.
for those 4 years he was there. He was in the golden years, bro. He should have been kicked back and just relaxing. When people would show pictures of him on the beach, like sitting there, whatever, tanning his old leathery skin. Let him do it.
I really feel like they just used him as a pen swiper. I think
puppet.
I think Barack Obama and then Hillary Clinton and all of them was running everything behind the scenes.
Of course.
Well, there was Trump last week tweeted out something along the lines of he used a machine to auto sign.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
saw
So
that.
anybody could have.
A lot of the pardons and a
I
lot
saw
of the
that.
executive orders, and so therefore they're null and void because he didn't sign them himself.
Really.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that
That's
they used
crazy
that.
how all this stuff is coming
Yeah.
out now. That's why I ain't gonna lie. That's why I like Trump
Yeah.
because you get what you get.
Yeah.
One thing you can't call Trump is a liar.
Mm-hmm.
You can call it whatever you want in the book, but you can't call him a
Yeah.
liar. Everything he said out his mouth was factual.
And everything that he ran on, he stuck to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I've been seeing when I do go on like a TikTok or whatever, and I don't know why it comes across my page, but it just does. I see a lot of I've seen a lot of transgender women supporting Trump.
Yeah.
A lot of and I don't know if they just doing it for like the blue hair ladies, what is it? Who calls them the blue hair militia? I can't remember. There was a guy on Joe Rogan that was calling
Dave
them that.
Smith.
No, I think it was a guy named Sad Gad
Oh, yeah.
or Gad Sad, but he was calling them that. But yeah, and they're coming on and they'll say like 10 things I've lost since Trump's become the president, and it's just empty.
Yeah.
And they're like nothing.
Which I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that United States is phasing out of that with the transgender lifestyle thing being.
I don't think it's phasing out, but I think in my opinion, I think it's becoming what it should be.
Yeah.
It's let these people live.
Right.
Just
right,
live. Just
right,
live your life. If you want to be transgender, I love you and I want you to be that.
Right.
I want you to. If that makes you happy, fucking A, do it. There are certain things that like non-binary people,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. How much how much attention do you need?
Right. Right. Right.
Like someone that's trans, like I'm like, okay, you've decided you're a woman.
Yeah. But then just live your life.
Live your life
impose it
as a
on
woman.
other people.
Yeah,
'Cause
just we accept you. We'll
Right.
accept you.
Because my uncle always told me there's no such thing as chicks with dicks. Is only. is only
I'll accept anybody who wants to live their life
right.
peacefully
Right. Right.
and be happy and live their truth. I don't care whatever your truth is. That's fine. But all I've ever said was like, and you got to be careful too saying stuff like this. Well, I mean, not so much anymore, but like it used to be, if you said anything,
Yeah. You get.
you would just
flagged.
get shut down.
Yeah.
And it's like, instead of shutting me down, why don't you come in and sit and talk to me
Yeah.
and let's talk about it. Let's have a good conversation.
I tried that honestly one time.
Yeah?
I had a long time ago had a conversation with a transgender guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of get I guess a better understanding on
Yeah.
how the hell they think like
Which
that.
is good.
Which to me, at the end of the conversation, I still ain't fucking understood. I was like,
Right.
you got issues, but
Yeah.
these are your issues. You know what I'm saying? You live your life. As long as you're not trying to impose it on me,
That.
you know what I'm saying? That's where it becomes the issue.
Your
at.
rights end where mine begin.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. I want to be able to think the way I think, feel the way I feel, and it doesn't always have to line up with what you
Right.
feel. And I think everybody should be that way. And I'm responsible for my own emotions.
Yeah.
You're not responsible. You're not responsible. You're not responsible. If you say something that pisses me off, well, I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's not on you.
All right.
You could walk away with a smile on your face, skipping and skippity doo dah day. No big deal. But I mean, I have to sit here and go, I love Easy. Do I want to be angry at him because he feels a certain way about a certain thing? No, I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't ever want to hate somebody for the way they feel and think.
Yeah.
I think that's weird. Now, if you think that there are certain things, there's a line.
Yeah.
If you think that 2-year-old toddlers should be ran over by a semi truck, I think that's probably not good.
That's
That's probably not the best. I don't really know if I want to hang out with you anymore. Destroying property, like we were talking about earlier, like with the Teslas. I think that's a little bit much.
yeah.
You
know?
you have Democrats drawing swastikas
Mm-hmm.
on Teslas.
Yeah,
Which is
they were the anti-fascists.
it's one of this.
Well, it's crazy because they've become the thing they hate,
This
right,
timeline
right,
has
right,
shifted.
right.
and they would protest to have someone pulled off of Twitter or X or whatever the fuck because they said anything.
No.
I think was it Megyn Kelly that got kicked off of Twitter because she said a man is never a woman.
Can we touch on that though? The fact that
Well, hold on. Look, they'll do that,
Yeah.
but now because they don't like Elon, they're burning up Teslas. They're vandalizing his things that were his property. They're not anymore.
Yeah.
They've already been paid for. You're not hurting him.
No.
You're not sticking it to him. You're hurting the rest of us.
Yeah,
Well, I
right.
say us. I'll probably never own a Tesla, but just
Definitely not a Cybertruck.
I'm a gas burner. But go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say we got to point out the fact that it's already come to light that the FBI was working in tandem, in lockstep with the social media companies to
Oh, yeah.
censor. They were pressuring litigation to these companies to say, hey, take this post off, remove this person from your platform, or we're going to litigate you. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg.
He's already
talked
come
about
out.
that
Yeah,
on,
he's
you know,
already come
Jerry.
out.
But multiple other companies have come out and said the same thing too. So
Yeah, but how much of that? How much now?
But the liberals lost that power.
My
to-
problem with that, when everybody starts jumping on the bandwagon and they're saying, "Yeah, we were pressured too." Were you? Like, were you? Were they? Or were they just shutting people down and now they're like, "Oh, we have an out. We have an out. We have a way to look cool still."
Yeah, but I mean, at least with Facebook, there's records of it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
No,
So-
I mean the receipts are there.
Yeah.
It's all not
one is
good.
one too many.
It's all not good. We are doing exactly what like the people that hate America.
No.
We're doing exactly what they want. We're infighting. We're fighting against each other, and that's exactly what they want. Like all these like Russian troll farms and stuff. And we talked about this a bit, on one of the other podcasts. I think it was with Angelisa, but she'd never seen one. We pulled one up, and I was like, we have them too. America has them too. Don't think that we don't. America got to do everything. We got to take it to the next level, But the Russian, people were like, they're colluding and they're controlling the elections and stuff. And from what I understand, and I cannot remember who it was that I was watching that was talking about this, but there's someone who deeply is entrenched in that world,
Yeah.
and they were saying they don't want to control the election; they just want us fighting with each other. They want us in just skirmishes all over and dissension amongst the ranks.
Demoralization.
And demoralization, things like that, because they know that there are certain groups of people that are super, they're influenced very easily.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we can influence those people. They're very, open. They're susceptible to influence. So they're just like, let's do it. And they were doing that. And that was really, from what that guy was saying, I wish I could remember his name.
Yuri Bezmenov.
I can't remember. Horrible with names,
I'm the same way.
but he was saying basically that's when the whole like the whole trans thing came up. Like it's like right now the percentage of trans is like just exploded,
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to believe that there's been this many people in America that's been sitting with it, going, "Oh, I just want to be a different gender," and
Which is
now out of the nowhere, they're like, "Let's all just do it."
they fucking spawned out of nowhere.
Yeah,
They Jin Woo shadows. They just came out of nowhere.
Jin Woo. Yeah, it's I can't remember who the fuck it was. I'd know him if I saw him, I think, but
Okay.
that guy, I think that I don't know if that's the one that was talking about that, but that is I think that's the guy that was talking about why Russia never invaded America.
Yeah, because they do it through the education system. through
Well,
colleges
no, but
and-
like physically invaded. I feel like it was an interview with him where they said we never invaded
No.
Yeah.
because we knew you were too well armed.
No.
He
Yeah,
said
it was this one, I think.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
when the every American household has 1 to 3 guns. And he's like, the math wasn't mathing.
He said, and it's probably out of context, but he said something along the lines of, "We can destabilize and demoralize you without a single shot being fired."
Right. Yep,
So,
that's true.
Yeah. Yuri Bezmenov,
Yep.
former KGB.
Yeah, you
agent.
can watch that, and that's real. That's
Yeah.
real. I mean, that's why they do that. And it's like if we're focused on fighting each other, we're not thinking about what the fuck they're doing,
Right.
and that's a problem.
Yeah.
I really do think that that's a huge issue.
And people fall into that trap so easily.
Oh, dude.
So easily. Like I still feel like they killed Michael Jackson.
100%.
Yeah. That he owned half of Sony
Mhm.
and with the Beatles,
Mhm.
Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they did kill him just to get that.
Well, I'm sure there was a lot more to it than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I feel like I don't know this to be fact, but it'll probably be on a Reddit post somewhere. After I say it, nobody watches, not enough people, but I feel like he knew something
Yeah.
that he shouldn't have known.
Yeah, I think
I feel like Prince knew some shit that he
Mhm.
shouldn't have known because Prince was very vocal about
Yeah.
his politics and life and how he, thought it should be and what's happening. And he had all these, I think he believes some wacky shit too, but like aliens and stuff.
I respect Trump. I mean, I respect Prince because Prince is the only person I ever seen as a grown ass man, probably short as hell,
Mhm.
but would wear eyeliner, makeup, and heels
And high
still-
heels.
and still will pull every bitch in there.
Yeah, and be the man.
Yeah.
He's the fucking man. What was it? Dave Chappelle talking about they played a pickup game of basketball at his house, and he's like he did a skit on it on his
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle show. He's like this motherfucker came in a purple fucking sequin outfit with a fucking platform shoes on and schooled everybody.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, he was the fucking man, dude. I love Prince.
Yeah,
Some of his music like got me through my childhood.
yeah.
Like that fucking that movie Purple Rain. I was like never so excited to see that movie. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, he's so cool.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was the coolest motherfucker in the world riding that big ass fucking motorcycle. I think that was the first time I ever seen one of those. It was like one of the first like crotch rocket style bikes,
Yeah.
but that bitch was so big. It was the size of a gold wing, it was just huge. And he drove it around like fucking in his little purple sequin outfit
And just smooth as hell.
with a fucking white satin scarf. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here with that chiffon. That motherfucker. He was awesome, dude. They don't make them like that no more.
Yeah, not at all.
Artists.
Nowadays, the artists, I don't know what the fuck to say. We got a lot of Drakes. I'll say that.
It's a lot of people. Yeah.
There's a lot of Drakes.
Well, one thing I was thinking about the other day is that I don't think there's ever been a time in history other than now that people gave put so much emphasis on what celebrities think politically.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
When does that ever happen?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what
especially
politics.
especially when 95% of them lie in their music.
Yeah, like just listen, just jump out of the plane and let's see some action or just do your part. Just play. I'm not saying you say what you want to say. I'm all about the First Amendment. Say what you want to say. I'm not going to try to cancel you.
Yeah.
But as someone, I'm the opposite of why people want to cancel people because the reason they were like, oh, I want them canceled. They can't say these things. They can't say these things because they think that there's a lot of gullible people that will be influenced very easily. Well, of course it is. There's a lot of them that are. But I'm a person that thinks very analytically, much like yourself, and I know Pat, and a lot, and most of my friends. I don't know anybody that I have in my circle that doesn't think deeply about things.
Right.
And you take emotion out of it, and you think about the facts, and you go, okay, let's lay this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't do that, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
And I think you put these fucking celebrities up there, and they pump their own agenda, and people just fucking eat the corn out of their shit.
They only get paid millions to act a part.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a role. It's basically like a movie.
And 90% of them are fucking, I won't say mentally challenged. I was thinking of a different word.
On the
but
spectrum?
no, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Is the word.
Yeah.
They're insane. They've grew up in the business, and they don't know what life is really like in the world. So how can, if you've never been, like in a, and I don't mean, they've probably been all over the world. So they've probably seen a section of life that you and I may never see.
Yeah.
But if you've never been down here with us and like having to, like, you don't know if you're going to eat next week. Am I going to pay the rent? Am I going to be able to pay my mortgage? And you're struggling to get by, scraping everything together, and everybody's tightening their belts up, and we don't have a choice. You just have to if you want to survive in this day and age, and which is sad to say, because it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. It's great. I can go down to the store right now and pick up 10 steaks, cook them in my kitchen, and then give them to people.
No.
Hey, let's have dinner. I don't got to go outside, for 4 days and hunt down and track down a fucking moose so I can kill it and slaughter it and bring it back. And while my girlfriend or wife is out foraging for the vegetables, we don't do that anymore.
And just hope you don't break that ankle.
Exactly. or get a tiny scratch and it fucking gets sepsis and shit. We don't have to worry about shit like that anymore. But it's also, it's just hard to live.
Yeah. And I think what kills me the most is rappers or artists that came from that bottom and they don't know how to get out of it. Even though they making this money, they on a different lifestyle now. They still choose to be underneath that. Like I think I was reading a couple days ago that I think it's a Memphis rapper was on a high speed chase. They say he was gonna pull over, but he rode for 18 miles, and he was in a car. I believe it's his mother and his sister.
In the car with him?
High speed chase. And then the cop pit maneuvered him, and supposedly his sister flew out the window and died. You know what I'm saying? And
For what?
Right.
Like, if you get in trouble, you have money to get out.
Right.
Are you doing something you shouldn't be doing?
You know what I'm saying? And I
was that Kodak Black I seen tweaking not so long ago?
Kodak Black is always tweaking.
No, but like tweaking. Like
I don't even know who that is.
On some hardcore drug rapper, famous rapper.
I mean, people have cool names. Yeah. That's one thing I will say about the rap game. They all have cool names. I've always wanted a cool nickname, like a cool street name. You can't make your own name up. Somebody has to bestow that upon you, and then it has to become in your group, your circle. And it's like, I'm Big Titty or whatever. I mean, that's your please don't make that stick.
I'm Big Titty.
It's my boy Big Titty over here. No, please don't. But yeah.
But no,
sorry.
Like what he was saying though, these
ADHD.
rappers they get like all this fame, all this money, all this glory, and they still want to live.
Yeah.
Like they're in the hood,
Yeah,
what I mean?
you don't have to.
Right, and I think that's the biggest things that influence people, and that's like when you was talking about your buddy that mentor kids to get out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's critical. We need more people like that.
Yes, I said that to him.
Yeah, because it's like everything else is promoting to stay in that lifestyle, and they don't really realize that how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was growing up, I was in and out of jail constantly. I got my last charge when I was 17. I got hit with assault an officer and possession of a weapon on the school grounds. So it was.
That was you.
And
you're the reason I had to have fucking metal detectors installed in my school.
I was scared as hell because when I went there, that judge, I had the same judge, the same district attorney, and they looked at me, opened my file, and seen how fat it was. Mm-hmm. And my poor little weak public defender was like, yeah, they trying to give you
a chance.
Yeah, he was like, they trying to give you 5 to 10. I said, you a goddamn lie. I like, ain't nowhere in here. I'm doing 5 to 10. I like, man, whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
Man, I remember that judge told me, he said, if I see you in here for anything, I don't care. If you steal a bag of chips, he said, you doing 10 years.
Damn.
I said, look, you ain't never going to see me again. And he never saw me again.
Mm.
Never. Nah, they going to have to
What
catch
took
me.
you? What? Why did it take so long? Why did it take all that bullshit you went through to get to that point where you're like, let me just straighten up my act a little bit?
One would be the environment.
Mhm.
2 would be the people I surrounded myself with.
Yeah.
And 3 would definitely be the music. I grew up on a lot of Labusa, a lot of Webby, you know, and it was just there.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to fall into.
Yeah.
And then like my parents, like my mother and my stepfather, they was really good. They did what they had to do,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't the most secure home that a kid needs.
Right.
So
right.
the easiest thing for me to do was kind of, I'm going outside.
Was it like a discipline, like where you just kind of like just go do what you want?
Oh, well, my stepfather was real abusive for one.
Okay.
He was
He was rebellious.
Yeah, he was a drug addict. He don't let him tell it. He'd be like, oh, I don't remember none of that shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's because you was high, bitch.
Right. He had a bad issue with coke.
Oh,
Yeah, so I dealt with that a
it's a
lot.
powerful drug.
Yeah. So the easiest thing for me was like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And I just never looked back.
Yeah.
And Dad kind of promoted that, you know,
Yeah.
living on that. But it's not what people think. Like,
And having to live on your own, like to when you separate yourself from the people that are supposed to be teaching you how to live life, you're like out here and no one's teaching you. And the only teachers you have are the music you listen to and your environment.
right.
Which is weird, man. Like it's true. I mean, music has power.
Yeah.
It really
definitely
does.
did, because it changed a lot of my thought process on everything.
Yeah.
And I have like the family members that I was close to, like they was all scam artists too. So they grew up in the same lifestyle as that. So it was easy for them to be like, hey, look,
Yeah.
let me show you this. Like my uncle always, one of the biggest con artists I've ever met in my life. You know, rest in peace. But he showed me the ropes on everything. I remember being 15 and breaking into car dealerships and stealing rims off tires. Or I remember being in a situation that he replayed a role, you know, and he walked in there like he was gonna buy me a car. I graduated high school and he was gonna buy me a car. And allegedly they went back and, you know, they made a copy of the key, allegedly went back and, you know what I'm saying, the car disappeared. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being involved is to me it was normal because that's what I was exposed to.
Right.
But it's a lot of what people don't want to express on that. It's not the greatest lifestyle to live. To constantly be worried about where you at, you know, or constantly looking over your shoulder is not cool at all. It was to the point like even if I seen the cop, I would just run. Cause
Even if you wouldn't do anything,
nothing.
just felt guilty.
Yeah. If
That's crazy.
if it wasn't that, then it's just because they knew the area and they was real like spot on with me or the people I be with.
Right.
It's like they know, oh, he got something with him.
Mm.
They know for sure. In the back of their head, they like, oh, we see, you know, Easy walking. We know he got some drugs on him. So instantly, as soon as I see the lights, I'm gone.
Yeah.
But
Which made you look guilty.
Guilty as hell.
Yeah.
Guilty as hell. But I think it increased when I I remember this, I'll never forget this. I was in a SPLAC. And the SPLAC is where, you know, in
Please,
Jackson.
yes, explain.
Yeah, SPLAC is
I don't know what the fuck that is.
a SPLAC is a stolen car that you use a flathead screwdriver to get into the ignition.
Okay.
So I remember being in one of them and I let one of my buddies ride and he ate a red light. Well, it was a cop behind us. And the cop, you know what I'm saying, cut on them lights and we speeding down the road. We go into apartment complex, we all jump out. And they let out the dogs. It happened to be a K9. My fucking luck. And he let out them dogs. And one thing I ain't playing with no dogs. I ain't playing with no big ass K9 coming in because they gonna tear my ass up.
Yeah.
So I sat down. I'll never forget this. It was a girl I was dating named Nakia. I sat down in front of her porch to kind of make it look like I was smoking. That cop walked past and backed up, put that light in my face. He was like, get the F on the ground. And I was like, fuck.
So he knew.
He knew, yeah. So I went and this one I lost all respect for cops. I wasn't being an aggressor. I wasn't resisting or nothing like that. I went to literally get on the ground. And he lifted me up, slammed me on my neck, dislocated my shoulder, and he whooped my ass. Yeah, he real life whooped my ass, and I was like, fuck no. I remember that day I told him, I said, you will never catch me again, never.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the lifestyle you want.
Well, and can I, like, to your point about like disrespecting all cops? You think it's all of them,
I
or do you
think
think you just caught somebody with some bad shit going on?
I think so. We are human.
Like, do you still feel that way, or?
Do I trust cops? Hell no.
Mhm.
Do I believe that every cop is still human? That if they're having a bad day, they're gonna project it off to other people?
Right.
I believe that.
Yeah.
But I think it's all on. It's almost if you walk up to a cop or a cop walk up to you and you know your laws, and that's why I made it a goal to know my shit.
Right.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an asshole cop, but if I get that asshole cop, I don't even want to talk to you. Give me your superior.
Right.
We got nothing to talk about. I don't answer questions. You got license, registration, I don't answer questions. Give me your superior. And once you start railroading them like that, it kind of changes everything.
Yeah. Well, it also gives them I have a respect for, all like law enforcement and like, fire department, all the first responders, whatever you want to call them. I know that there's some shitheads out there.
Yeah.
I think it's a small percentage, but I also think, that's a weird job.
Yeah.
Being a cop is a weird job.
Yeah, you're constantly exposed.
You're constantly exposed to death, cheating, lying, stealing, people getting shot at, I mean, like you have to go to work strapped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you put that gun on it and it's the realization that I might not come home tonight.
Yeah. And
So
I think that's what triggers a lot of police shootings,
Yeah.
because it's that you don't know.
Yeah.
This person could be carrying anything in their car. But I don't know. Is this because my what I dealt with police is with police officers is a lot different from most people. I always got the shit and the stick when it comes to cops. Like JSO is a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Every situation I ever had was bad when it came to JSO. But I just started, like, once I got my last charge, I cut off all my friends. I stopped going outside.
Mm-hmm.
I started, really focusing in on school. And then everything started changing.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. The way you feel about cops, the way that, I mean, you kind of played a part in that. You put yourself in them situations.
Yeah,
when you pulled yourself out, it's been better.
Yeah. Now granted, the only times I had, like, situation with cops is when I'm getting pulled over for not speeding, but, like, it's always something stupid, like child support with my goddamn license. I hate child support. You miss one payment, they taking your shit. And they won't even tell you. We sent you a letter. Well, I ain't never got that letter. And they'll suspend it quick. That's the only times. But I think the only bad situation I had as an adult, with police officers, when I was living out east.
Right.
I was driving my Genesis, and I got 3.8.
Mm-hmm.
And they said I came around the corner quick. And I was like, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving this in manual mode. I was like, it's no way. My tires would have been peeling. And they were like, well, then your tent is too dark. I said, fuck you. I said, my AC don't work in this motherfucker. It's hot as hell. This bit is cracked. I said, so what's the issue? They're like, well, there's a lot of fentanyl going around the area. I was like, so I fit the description? They're like, with your car, yes. I was like, fuck you. I said, what do you need from me? I like, because I just bought McDonald's, and we all know these fries get nasty as shit when they get cold. I said, what you need? And then he's like, look, I just want to search your car.
Yeah.
I like, fucking search it.
Oh, you let him?
Yeah, I like, fucking search it. I like, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course I could have been like, get the fucking warrant.
Yeah.
But I ain't feel like, I like, search it, get the fuck on. I like my food getting cold.
Yeah.
And when they searched it, they was like, man, you need to clean your fucking car. I said, well, you clean it, motherfucker. I like, you ain't supposed to be pulling me over right now. I'm doing this. I'm gonna let you search my car just because to get you out my face.
Yeah, and you didn't have to do that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But you know that just like anybody, like if you say no,
yeah,
you're gonna be sitting there for hours.
Yeah, you liable to get hit with the sir. Can you step out your vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not stepping out.
Uh-uh.
That's one thing. Like even at a traffic stop, I will not step. If you need me to call somebody out here, I like, cause for it's more or less not for. It's back then it was for my safety.
Yeah.
Now as an adult, knowing my laws and knowing that I carry, I'm like, for your safety, I'm not getting out of this vehicle, cause I'm a firm believer in that that stand your ground goes across the board.
Yeah.
A lot of
It
people may
should.
not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of
Should.
people may not agree, but I feel like if I'm threatening my life,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, by a cop, I'm going to use force.
Now, do you think that like you get targeted because you're a black guy?
Yeah. I not all the time. I think a lot of people that be pressing that issue be full of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the case.
Mhm.
It's always you'll run into them every now and then, cops that be like that real be racist.
Mhm.
But a lot of this is because people's attitude towards police officers is so aggressive.
Mhm.
Now the cop is like, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now he's jumping up, even though it's his job to de-escalate everything.
Right. That's what they're supposed
But
to do.
people forget that they still human.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't walk around and say fuck the police and him not be like, what the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a reaction.
Who are you gonna call when shit goes sideways?
Right.
You know? That was like the whole thing with like I got really put off when everybody was talking about defund the police. I was really put off by that because I'm like, defund the police.
Yeah.
Why do you want to defund the
haywire?
police? Like if the police are if there's shit that's going on
Yeah.
and there's people that are untrained,
Yeah.
well that means you maybe want to put more money into that. Let's get them better training.
Right.
I think it was Jocko Willink that was saying that cops should be going to, first of all, training like weight training or jujitsu
Yeah.
at least 6 times a week for like an hour a day if nothing else. And they should also have regulatory, and I don't know. I'm sure there's a program where they have to do this, but it's probably like once every 3 months, once every 6 months, but going to see a psychiatrist and be evaluated.
Yeah.
I definitely think that that's a thing,
Yeah.
but that requires money. And it,
Right.
like
Like if you defund it, they're not going to be able to have.
no,
Yeah.
well, I mean, like I think it was in New York during that period of time that everybody fucking had to be locked up
Yeah.
in their own homes. I think when that's when they were talking about defund the police, and so the police were like, okay, fuck it, do whatever you want, and crime shot
Yeah.
up, went through the roof, and people were like, what the fuck? Well, you said get rid of us, you said
Yeah.
defund us, so we don't have the money to patrol anymore.
Right. So here
So-
you go.
Yeah, when you call 911, no one's showing up. And everybody hates the police until they need them.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I
You
agree with police officers go through more intensive, training
Yeah.
than what they're giving them now.
100%.
Like if you don't see me with a weapon, your first reaction shouldn't be to put your hand on your firearm.
Right.
You tase the shit out of me before you put a couple bullets in me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So Trump in the White House now, so I can say this shit. Because every time we talk about subjects when it comes to racism, I always, and I talk to, I'll be talking to my people about this, and they be like, how the hell you can say that? But this is my truth.
That's how you feel.
And this shit is going to sound crazy to say, but I'm going to say, I do not and never have supported Black Lives Matter. Never. And why I say that, is that Black Lives only matter when it's cops or white people killing black people, but not when black people killing black people.
That's powerful, man, that you said that.
That's why I never supported it. I was like, it don't make sense.
And as Elliot and I talked about, I don't talk about race
Yeah.
a lot, with people. It doesn't come up. But it's interesting to have a conversation with someone that is a different race and to get the perspective, because I think differently about things because I grew up a certain way.
Yeah.
We weren't rich. We didn't have money. It was kind of the hood. Of course, when I say Mandarin, everybody's like, that's not the fucking hood. I'm like, dude, when I was growing up, it was like the fucking hood.
Yeah.
It was just like a 1-lane street. There was all fucking nothing but trees. And we were poor. We didn't have money.
No.
My mom was a single mother raising 3 kids. There wasn't money, but there's a lot of things I didn't have to deal with.
Yeah.
I learned about racism in 7th grade. I went to Matthew Gilbert. It's a magnet school. I was in that magnet program. I don't know if you know where Matthew Gilbert is.
Mm-mm.
It's downtown.
Okay.
And it's predominantly black school, and I went there, in 7th grade. I was a little tyke. I was just a little fella. And I learned things there that I thought I was like, this isn't real. It's like when you see shit happening on TV that's happening overseas,
Yeah.
and you're like, this doesn't seem real.
Until you get out there.
And then you're like, oh, it is real.
Yeah.
But I just, like I said, I just knew people as people. And, a lot of people don't want to hear a white dude say, I don't see color. Obviously I can tell that you're, a different skin tone than me,
Yeah.
but I don't go, I'm not like, hey, you're a different skin color than me. I can't be friends with you. No,
Yeah.
if you're cool, I'll be cool.
Yeah.
If you're a fucking asshole, I'm probably not going to hang out with you.
Yeah.
But I never heard of Cracker Day,
Yeah.
and it's a thing. Have you ever heard of Cracker
I've
Day?
never heard of it.
Oh, this is new for you. Okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, this is what they would do when I was in 7th grade. It happened twice in a year. In that year that I was there, I was only there for a year, and then they shipped us off to another school. I got kicked around from school to school after my elementary school until high school. Then I stayed there for 4 years. But Cracker Day, it was weird, man. I was like, what's going on? There would be all these kids that would, in between or like right before the end of a class, they would leave the classroom and go out in the courtyard and just hang out. And I was like, what are they all doing out there? Is it like an assembly or what are we doing? I thought it was like a fire alarm drill. Like, what's going on? And I had one of my bullies in that school. He used to pick on me. He was bigger than me. He was kind of a fat guy, big, tall, fat dude. And he ended up I fought my bully.
Yeah.
And then we became friends. He picked on me, and then I punched him as hard as I could in his gut, and he almost threw up and fell on his ass, and his boys laughed at him. But after that, he respected me because I stood up for and I was like a third of his size. I was so small. And but anyways, that dude like probably saved my life. But when the bell rang, we all went out the classroom like we do. And as soon as the bell rang, they ran and just bolted through the fucking hallways, just beating the shit out of any white people that they found.
That's crazy as hell.
And this dude, he was the big guy. In between the lockers, there was like a space in between the lockers. He shoved me in there and stood in front of me like this,
Yeah.
so they couldn't see me. And I was like, what is? I don't even know what was happening. But whenever everything was over and done, and then the cops raided the fucking school, and they took a bunch of kids out, and everything got calmed down. It was like, I seen some of my other friends, some of my white friends, little headbangers, and shit like that. They had their earrings yanked out. Their fucking faces were bleeding. Their teeth were missing. I mean, it was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And I was like, what just happened? And my dude was like, it's Cracker Day, man. You got to watch out. And I was like, oh, can you tell me when the next one is? I'm going to call out sick.
That's crazy.
And I did. He told me when the next one was coming, and I fucking didn't come to school that day. But, yeah.
That's crazy as hell.
I don't think a lot of people, you can look it up on the internet. It's there. You can look up Cracker Day. But it's just like, it'd probably say Matthew Gilbert. I don't know if it was just localized to that one school, like if it was just like that school and everybody just decided to do that in that school.
Yeah.
Or if it's something that happens across the United States. I don't know. But and it didn't make me feel any kind of way about any of them, any of the people that I went to school with. I was just like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? But then you have to go to school the rest of the school year with everybody.
Yeah.
So I just was like, back to normal. Everything's back to normal.
That makes it even crazier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is how downplayed it is.
Primarily in Florida. Look at that.
Celebrates rich cultural heritage of Florida cow women and cow hunters.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what
It's
I'm
a
talking.
family-friendly event.
Yeah, that's a
It
different
definitely don't
thing.
sound friendly.
That's not the thing that when I looked it up. It was, I want to say it actually showed some of the schools. But anyways, yeah,
That's
was
funny.
I was like, what the fuck is Cracker Day?
Yeah.
But like I don't, white people don't get offended by cracker.
Yeah.
That is it should be,
Yeah.
because that's a fucked up term. You know
Yeah.
what it means?
Yeah.
The guy cracking the whip,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like the N word. I don't like any of them.
Yeah.
But like it's like a lot of people, I get that, it's like we're gonna take that word back and we're gonna take it. And
I still feel like that's bullshit.
it's like, ugh.
like don't get me wrong, like I say it a lot.
Yeah,
like,
it just feels gross though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me it's like is when it comes to black people, you got, and this is my opinion. I think it's two different kinds. You got your black folks, then you got your N-words. You know what I'm saying? I think it's two different things. The N-words is what the hell you be seeing on social media. These people that act like they ain't got no damn sense, no home training, no respect at all.
I see a lot of different colored people doing that.
Yeah,
White
yeah,
people too.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's just, I don't know. I think racism is probably one of the most stupidest shit ever.
Yeah.
Just because of the color of somebody's skin.
Yeah.
Because my mindset is that, like, okay, fuck it. I would gladly go some fucking else. You know, I'll go somewhere else. I don't care for, you know. I think it's an easy way that the government used to separate the people.
Yeah.
I think, and everybody just ran with it. You know, just like the left and the right wing. Yeah. It's an easy way to keep everybody segregated. So that way, if something does happen, guess what? We're not going to join together. Yeah. Because everybody's so focused on the small shit.
You have someone to blame it on.
Right. Instead
a group of people.
Right. I think it's fucking crazy. Like for instance, like with bikers. Like all on Facebook, always see and read Harley Davidson riders like basically bashing sport bike riders, or it's vice versa. Yeah. And it'd be like, well, motherfucker, we all riding bikes. Yeah. You know, we all got two wheels.
It's a small percentage of people that do that. Yeah. And a lot of people are just what you said. You know, what do you ride? You know, I had a guy the other day. He asked me what I ride or what it was, because it looks just like the lady. She was like, "Oh, is that an Indian?" Because the patch on the side of my bike, it doesn't look like Kawasaki. It almost looks like the Indian logo a little bit. But you know, and I tell them, no, it's a Kawasaki, and they're like, "Cool, man. Are you enjoying it?" You know, and I'm like, because I feel some kind of way if I'm talking to a guy that rides a $21,000 Harley,
which is crazy.
Although I feel like I spent way less than you, and I can still ride. However, you know, he was there. You know, they're not judgmental to me, but it's a lot of and the people for me, and I haven't come across this, knock on wood, but it's the patch riders, the people that have MCs, you know, motorcycle clubs, and they think that they own the road.
Yeah, I ran into the one,
and you can't pass them.
Like, I fucking fly. I make sure I do 125.
Did you pay for these roads?
Right.
I'm pretty sure. No.
Yeah, I haul ass. I the proof of point. You know what I'm saying? I don't get asshole close to them, but it's 40 y'all motherfuckers taking up the fast lane, sir. You better treat me like a car, because cars is gonna go around you, so I'm going around.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, if it's a group of riders, I don't care if they're patched or not. Yeah. If you're a group, I'm gonna be cognizant, because y'all could go either way. Yeah. And I don't ever want to fuck. If they fall, if one falls, they all go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that would be the reason for me to be like, I'm gonna go way the fuck around y'all. Yeah. You know, and I don't want to fuck with y'all, but if I want to go faster than what y'all are going, I'm going. Yeah. You know, and I mean, and I'm friends with a guy at MC, you know, Uzi. I'm pretty sure he would tell you that's bullshit. I don't know, you know, but I haven't talked to him about it. He just moved out of state, so I can't, or out of the city anyways, but so I can't like have him in here. But at any rate, you know, it is one of those things. It's like, I want to talk to somebody that's in a group, you know, that's in an MC, and be like, is that like a fucking thing? What do we do? Yeah. You know, I'm a writer too. You know, just because I'm not in your MC doesn't mean I can't keep going. You know, that's weird.
I think from what I read, it is their reasoning is, and I could be wrong, and I hope somebody, if I am wrong, correct me, that they want to protect their group. So because I see a lot of asshole riders, they'll split lanes and stuff like that, and they'll cause the accident, and then everybody behind them. Sure. That I can understand.
100%.
But I'm not.
If you're just a bully, though.
Yeah, I'm not finna, because then, so we can get the hell off this bike. That's my mindset. I'm gonna respect you just like you respect me. That's like what I notice is, like, when I get the biker wave, I get more waves back from crotch rockets than I do Harleys. I think Harleys is like a 60-40. Yeah. The other 40 is like motherfuckers just looking at me like, bro, fuck you. Yeah. And I'm like,
I wave at everybody, man.
I wave at everybody.
I'm like that little happy stupid kid that's just in the back of a truck. Hey, I'll see dudes. I'm coming across the Buttman Bridge. I'll see a biker going the other way. I'm like, I'm waving, hey, because I'm just like, it's cool. I mean, it is a different. It's a different feeling, man. We are in a different group of. We're a different type of person.
Yeah.
Because we're doing something that not everybody wants to do.
Right.
All the time.
And that with all that'll fall back into when it comes to race. You know what I'm saying? People just like Harleys and crotch rockets is we all riders.
Yeah.
Just like with people color skins, we all humans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, motherfucker, if these taxes is high and I'm barely being able to survive, if you in the same bracket as me, guess what? Motherfucker, you struggling to survive too. We around this bitch dealing with eggs, $6 for a dozen eggs, $8 for a dozen eggs. We all feeling this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I don't know, the world is crazy and it's dumb as shit right now.
Exactly. And I think this is the time that we should be, instead of pushing each other away and pointing fingers and saying, you and this and that. No, bitch, let's come in here and let's embrace. Let's get together and unite, instead of like pushing each other away. Let's come together and make a plan for how to live or help each other. I don't know. People are stronger when they're together.
Right, agreed.
If you're out on your own in a desert, you're fucked. Yeah. If there's a big group of people, you have more of a chance of survival because chances are some of those people might know how to hunt, might know how to find water, might know how to find shelter or create shelter. If you're by yourself, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah, we're going to see that once the grid drop.
Oh, you think it's coming?
Yeah, hell yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
What's your estimation?
It's hard to say because I feel like all the political stuff is already played out. I think they just going through the motions of what has to happen. But you already hear Canada talking about shutting down their power grid. I think
Canada, man.
For New York and Canada. I mean,
Minnesota.
New York and Canada.
Yeah.
I think once
they'll
that
be fine. Elon will go in there and put some batteries in there and charge them right back up.
And then he'll own and then feel like he'll own everybody in the world. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, for somebody that has that much money and is worth that much money and to not own a home.
Yeah, but he's smart though.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart as hell.
Yeah, but he's like literally a philanthropist. I mean, he's helped so many people.
Yeah.
And, like people don't think about that shit.
No.
They want to just, it's like, I don't understand it. I really don't. That is the one thing that I don't understand coming from the left is like, and again, folks, I'm in the middle. So I'm just kind of like Switzerland. I'm like looking at it. I'm looking at both sides going, calm the fuck down. What are you talking about? But it's like the hate for him going in, being hired to go in Doge and root out all the bad spending and all the
which is crazy because their defense was he doesn't have the security. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't elected.
You know what I'm saying? But you telling me he can build missiles for NASA and it won't be an issue? He can't look at the money being
NASA
spent,
wouldn't be a NASA.
Right.
NASA was about to get disbanded and done. They were about to be done if it wasn't for him and SpaceX.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. This world, I think is what it. To me, the left wing is like, it's like the morals are lower, but what you're able to do, what's acceptable, is a lot higher. Yeah. Versus the right wing is like, we're gonna stand on morals before anything. It's and people don't want that realism of, respecting each other. They want to do what they want to do. Right. And that's just, nobody want accountability. Right. Everybody, this is my life and I'm going to live how I want it. Well, motherfucker, if you shoot somebody, guess what? It's your life, but your ass going to jail. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Your butthole's going to get plugged.
Right. Say hello to that
somebody. Somebody's going to hold your pocket, boo.
Right. Say hello to that booty bandit for me because he coming.
You didn't meet the booty bandit when you were in, did you?
Nah. I think when I was locked up, it was more or less more fights.
Okay.
Especially what's crazy is because is even like when it comes to racism and the skin tone, is even in that in the black community. It's like if you're lighter or if you're darker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like even within when I was in.
That's true. I had a mixed friend growing up. The house next door to me was a rental house.
Yeah.
And these kids moved in. There was two brothers, twin brothers, and they were mixed. They were probably about your skin tone.
Yeah.
and we were all young, but they skateboarded. Yeah. I skateboarded, so I was like, dope. The first set of neighbors that I could hang out with, and we always hung out. But when we stopped and we're like drinking our Gatorades or whatever, just chilling, and they would start talking about how hard it was to like be mixed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't understand, because I was so sheltered as a child. I didn't know what the I was like, what do you mean you're mixed? I don't understand. And they're like, yeah, my mom's white, my dad's black. And I'm like, really? And I was like, I didn't know. Their fucking parents were always at work or something. Yeah. I never saw their parents. I thought they lived alone. But, so they taught me a lot. And they would tell me, they would be like, dude, I get picked on in school because I'm so light skinned.
Yeah.
And I'm mixed, so they're like, you're not real black, and I'm like, what? They don't. What does that mean?
Right.
What does that mean?
Right, sir. I'm not black because you're blacker than me. What?
Yeah. What does that mean? Does that mean like if I did the little Ancestry.com or the DNA thing, and I found that I had like a percentage of, African American or African in me? I mean, I'm not going to call myself black, but I mean, at what percentage does what skin tone do I need to be to call myself that?
Right.
But I don't know. That is a very strange thing.
Yeah, it's I think it's one of the most stupidest
like
shit.
Infighting.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because I will say this, and this is, like I said, this is my opinion. When it comes to women, you know what I'm saying? Just when I was younger, I never talked to light-skinned women. I never liked the lighter tone. And I was more into the dark skinned women. But the reasoning for that is because it seemed like light skinned women got more, it's like glorified than the dark skinned women. And just with anybody, if you get if a certain type of people get glorified more, than they're gonna act a certain type of way.
Entitled.
And I was like, man, fuck this light skinned ass girl.
They
man.
were stuck up.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is you?
Yeah. I don't know. As a young man, from an early age, I learned that I like all the skin colors.
Yeah. See, you got to be careful with that, because I tried to venture out, and then I went Dominican, and she was the craziest motherfucker I ever met in my life.
Well, like I said, it's all about personality.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter about your skin tone or any of that bullshit. If you're cool people, then you're cool with me. But like, if I met a girl that was super sweet and nice, and I liked her, and she, like something, and we weren't the same skin tone, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I like her for her. I don't care about her skin color. It's just the weirdest thing, Like I said, anytime I've ever said like I'm colorblind, I don't see that. People get like I don't. That's not. You can't say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's kind of true, but I mean, yes, like I said earlier, I recognize that there's a difference.
Yeah.
But I don't look at that as a reason to, not hang out with somebody or not love them or not like them or to hate them.
Yeah.
I don't think of that. That's not the first thing I think in my mind is, I can't hang out with that dude. He's got a different skin color.
Yeah.
Like I don't see a black guy and immediately think he's a gang member. I don't do that.
See, I'm fucked up. I be like, man, you need to get your shit together, bro. Look how you look, bro.
If you hold yourself, it's again.
It's appearance is everything, and it's crazy to tell somebody don't judge me by how I look,
right?
Because every fucking body do it. You know what I'm saying? It's to a certain extent.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It should be stopped. I'm like all of my homeboys. Everybody got dreads, got wigs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't stop talking to them because but I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, man, the cop was fucking with. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? You motherfucker, you look like you just robbed somebody.
Yeah.
You look like you got 4 ski masks in the back of your pocket right now. I'm not saying that's right, but clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to subject yourself to looking a certain way to be fucked with.
And you shouldn't.
But you have to understand if an appearance or look is dominant in certain areas of high crime rate, they're going to associate that look with the individual.
Well, and it's why, like you said, going back to music, it's very influential. They see these people and they look a certain way. They wear their hat a certain way. They wear their shoes, they have certain type of shoes. They wear their pants a certain way, their shirts a certain way. Look at country music. Anybody that likes country music usually wears, boots, tight ass fucking jeans, and some form of flannel.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, is that me stereotyping the white people that wear that? You know, I don't know. I'm sure there's some black people that wear it too.
There's a lot of them. I fucking hated when Beyonce came out with that country album.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
Here-
about that.
Man,
I mean, you can. I don't know. And it doesn't have anything to do with, again, doesn't matter, but I don't care that she's black. I don't give a fuck. But that has not been your genre your entire life.
Yeah.
And now you make a country album.
And she won.
And she won the number one. Yeah.
I think that's fucking dumb.
Well, I'm sure there was a lot of people that have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
They were probably like, oh, yay.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, what are you doing? You know.
Right.
But again, the awards, to me,
It's rigged.
they're bullshit. Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck? It's glorifying these motherfuckers even more.
Yeah.
Grammys, the Oscars, MTV Movie Award, fuck all of them.
Yeah.
You know, what do you already make the most money in the world. What do you need?
Right.
You're the most popular motherfucker ever. You could make millions of dollars just by being you
Yeah.
and having an Instagram or a TikTok or any of that shit. And you can monetize it and make just billions of dollars. You don't have to do anything. You're
Right.
already you.
Right.
Why do we gotta fucking put you up on a pedestal one night a year and give you a fucking thing? You know why? Because you did the best.
Yeah.
Bitch, please.
And I don't think I don't care what nobody says. I don't
This is
think
coming from the number 4 podcast in Jacksonville, according to the Folio magazine, which no one reads.
I don't think Beyonce know how to sing. I think she knows how to hold a
Well,
tune.
that's a really harsh statement that you just made.
Yeah,
Lindsay.
I bet all the women is like, man, what the fuck is he talking about?
All the
But
single ladies right now are shitting their pants.
I think she know how to. And this, you know, saying me coming from you know, because I was a dancer when I was younger. So
Really?
I used to be breakdancing and stuff like that,
Okay.
pop locking and stuff like. So
Is there any video of this?
Let me see. I remember posting
Please,
some.
Dear God, find it somewhere.
I remember a long time ago.
And then you can get back to your point if you remember.
I remember a long time ago I had posted a video.
You just
but
derailed me with that dancing thing. I want to see it.
I'm gonna look now. Hopefully I got a video. But whatchamacallit, I don't feel like she knows how to sing. I think she know how to carry a tone. Or a tune.
Yeah.
But she's a hell of a
Performer, yeah.
Yeah, she'll perform. She'll outperform everybody.
Yeah.
But singing wise, nah, hell no.
Yeah, I think it was the worst. I mean, for her career, it did well. For her to separate from was it Destiny's Child? Is that who she was with?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed their music. I mean, whatever, call me whatever. I don't listen to Britney Spears. I don't have any of their CDs, but I do. I think that I always like harmonization.
Yeah.
And when 3 people harmonize, it's beautiful, and I think it was great. I think that was, I'm happy for her that she's doing so well. But yeah, I think that was a little bit of it was a weird. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. It was a weird move, to just like, I'm gonna write a country album.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that because I don't like her ass.
You just don't like her at all.
Nah. I think she's overhyped.
I think that she is definitely. I don't know her, and I've never spent time with her. I don't watch any. I don't follow her. But like you kind of see like the career development, and like when she was with Destiny's Child, it seemed like they were like a fun, happy-go-lucky bunch of kids that were like doing their dream. They were living their dream. And then when she kind of separated from that, it kind of got to where she was like, her facial expressions changed when she started showing more skin, started doing all these different things. And I feel like she figured out the game and she ran with it. And I think she's an excellent marketer, a strategist, and she married someone who is extremely business oriented.
Because there's one thing Jay-Z is, he about his money.
Yeah.
I feel like he a pedophile, but That's a lot of.
I mean, I don't know. We'll say just like your
Allegedly.
alleged motorcycle thing.
Allegedly,
It's
yeah.
alleged
Yeah.
until someone's been caught.
But all
unless now, if he comes out on the Epstein list that he went to fuck Island, then we got a problem.
I think a lot of people is on that list.
Yeah, I'm more interested in that list than the JFK files.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see where JFK's grandson, or was it his great grandson? I don't know. One of his grandsons or something made a statement saying that he's upset because Trump is more concerned with his death than the way he lived his life. And I'm like, well, that's because there's a lot of mystery around that death.
Yeah.
The way he lived his life. Who, JFK?
Yeah. Like, you really want to get that? If you really want to go into the files and see about how he lived his life, from what I understand, he wasn't a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Here we go. I found it.
You found it? Is it on your Instagram?
I'm finna download it. I'm finna.
Oh, you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's too bad you can't send it to Pat and he can pull it up.
Send it to the Instagram.
Oh yeah, you.
I
Can
don't
do
got
that.
the Instagram.
Oh
on
yeah,
my
he don't
phone.
have it.
Oh, that's right.
That's okay.
Don't worry about it.
What if I
Jim-
send it to
Jim can see
you
it.
so you can send it to yourself on Instagram?
Well,
Would you
my
ever do-
phone is there.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember which email address is hooked to our thingy there. Go.
But, this?
Yeah, go to that. Send it to my email. That's right there, jwmphoto1@gmail.com.
Hold on.
And then you should be able to just go to. Close that.
I'm going to just open a new.
Yeah, open a new window and then go to what is that, Bronco? Go to Google. Make sure you're on Google.
Go to Gmail.
Yeah, just click on Google because you can fucking really Yahoo. I swear to God, we have more issues with this thing going to. Okay, so you see up the top Gmail.
Oh, Gmail, yeah.
Now when my porn shit comes up, don't. I talk shit about Folio, and I'm subscribed to their email letter.
You go to spam.
I hope it didn't go to spam.
What's that? What's Let me see the email.
It's JWM
J
photo
WM photo
1 at gmail.com. Shit, I just gave everybody my fucking email address.
That's okay.
It's on my Instagram.
They're gonna send you a whole bunch of porn.
I don't care. I like porn.
He's gonna watch it.
There's some people that are just hardcore against porn, and I'm like, why? If people like it, do it. Honestly, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like if you're at home jerking off to porn, you're probably not outside raping. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh shit. Are you popping and locking? How old were you when you were doing this?
This is probably like 3 years ago.
Now, where was this that you were doing this? This looks like a studio.
Yeah, I actually took some pictures for a girl that was doing a studio class.
What type of dancing would you call that?
Pop locking.
Okay.
Pop locking.
You got a standing ovation. I heard it at the end.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't expect
Yeah.
that I know how to dance. It's just I be bored,
Yeah.
and in reality, I learned how to dance when I was younger because it got me fucking women. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
That's why like I don't perform for anything else.
Mhm.
I don't dance like that no more.
Yeah.
And like I've been scouted. I remember I was going to what school was it? It was Job Corps.
Okay.
And the scout came out there and it was like to give people like scholarships and shit.
Yeah.
Like that. And they wanted me to dance, so I danced. And he pulled me to the side and he gave me a scholarship for
Really?
what the fuck La School of Arts.
Okay.
And I said fuck no. I said no. I like what the fuck I look like dancing? What you do for a living? Oh, I'm a dancer. Not biting anybody that want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not what you had intended with your life.
No, not at all.
However, you could have gone there, took
Yeah.
the money,
Yeah.
gone there, got that education, and then you'd have had that under your belt, and you could have done other shit.
Yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Like when I used to post it on my Instagram, I'd be like, but I'm not a dancer though.
Right.
And they'd be like, motherfucker, you a dancer. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I just know how to dance. I'm not a dancer.
There's a new style of dance. It's almost like interpretive dance, and it's got a name. I can't remember the name of it. Pull up Instagram real quick. One of my friends, he's a photographer, but he does a lot of this. Search, I think, type in Will. Improv Media. Go there.
Oh yeah, Will, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you know Will?
Yeah, he's
So-
part of the Crump community. That picture.
That's what it's called.
yeah,
Crump.
Crump. I used to
Crump or crunk?
Crump.
Crump.
KRUMP.
Okay.
It's supposed to be, well, it's different now. Back in the day, it was supposed to be a Christian dance.
Okay.
From my understanding, it was Kingdom Radically Up Mighty Praise,
Oh.
which is no longer that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was more or less a way to express yourself in a positive way. But now,
Yeah.
the shit just went left.
Yeah. Click on him. That's Will. And he just
Yeah, every time I be seeing them post.
yeah, and I mean, being that he's a videographer and a photographer, of course, his shit always looks good too.
Yeah.
I told him so many times I need to get him in here, but it's very interesting because it's like how do you? I don't know. I just don't. My brain doesn't move that fast. Like to think about what I'm doing, and then my body don't move the ways that theirs do.
There's somebody on my page. Go to my Instagram real quick. There's a girl on my page. She be posting dancing videos, and she's pretty tight. It was a lot of them, but go down.
I think it's in your reels or
No, it should be. I did a collab post with her. Her right here.
the girl with the baby.
Yeah, go on her page, Luna.
Oh, I follow her.
Yeah, she's a dancer. She's dope too.
Yeah, click on that green one. Looks like they're about to break it down. Call me Luna.
Yeah, she's dope.
Underscore, call me Luna, all one word, dot, underscore, if you guys want to go check her
Yeah,
out.
she's dope, and she's a really cool person. I work with her, and I seen her out a lot of times.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
it's-
run in the same circles. I mean, you know, I don't know her, but I've been in the room with her.
Yeah, she was at that fashion show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I still follow dancers and stuff like that because I love seeing it.
Yeah, it's
especially
beautiful.
coming out of that, But that's just,
I love seeing people do what I love is seeing people do what they love.
right.
That
right.
fuels me up, dude. I
Right.
fucking love it. You know, like when photographers, videographers, dancers, musicians of all types, if you love doing that thing,
Didn't do it.
but to see them in their element
Yeah,
is cool, man. It's like, wow, look at you. Look at you. You're like a whole different person.
yeah,
People used to say that about me when I played in a band because I would be I'm like a little mouse. You know, I'd just be quiet, little wallflower guy. And then when I get behind my drum set on the stage, it was like, they were like, oh my God, I had no idea that you could play like that and that you even moved. I didn't think they'd never seen me move like that, you know? And I was like, I would get it. I was told by a lot of sound engineers in Jacksonville that I was the loudest fucking drummer that they'd ever met because I beat the fuck out of my drums.
yeah.
But it was fun, man. But yeah, it's always good to see people doing what they love doing,
Yeah.
for sure. That fuels me up. That gets me where I'm like, I want to follow that.
Yeah,
I want to see more
That's
of that.
that's where you get my attention, my respect.
Right.
Doing something you love to do,
Right.
regardless if nobody else is doing it.
Right.
But you're doing it and don't give a fuck that.
100%.
That's when you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's how I basically started photography.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't nobody fuck with me. Didn't nobody want to talk to me. Nobody want to deal with me until I got to a certain level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had one or two people that held me down.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was like, keep going. And now they look at me and they be like, motherfucker, you're raw.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to. They'll tell me, I want to say if you told me back then this how good you was gonna be, I thought you was lying. They were like, but no, I seen it in you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And sometimes a lot of people need stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why when it come to people in different realms, I always encourage them.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're doing nails, hair.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You're painting pictures of titties. I don't care. As long as you're doing something.
I'm
that
here
you
for
put-
that. I'll buy it.
And as long as you're doing what you love and then you're growing in that.
Mhm.
You know, not necessarily you have to be making money doing it,
Yeah.
but the payout is going to be a way to express yourself that you feel like you're getting an outlet and it's a release
Yeah.
from the world. That's like how I feel when I get on my bike,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
and that's when it kind of draws the lines for all that. But
Another thing I like is to see people that are doing what they love succeed.
right.
That-
Right.
That right there, and I think there's less. We need more of that. We need more people that support successful people, like
Yeah.
people that are in our circles that are becoming successful. You know, my thing is this, like, and maybe it's the dad in me. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm very nurturing when
Yeah.
it comes to certain things. But like, even if I, never succeed at anything, that I want to do, I've succeeded at a lot of other things in my life. I succeeded in both of my daughters lived. They're alive. That's a success.
Yeah, it is.
I raised 2 children and they're happy and healthy, and one now has a grandchild. I'm like, I have a grandchild, not them. That'd be weird. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I've had my successes. The things that I'm doing like this, if it never becomes successful, I don't know what that means. You know, it's an arbitrary statement to me. To me, success is I am successful with this. I don't have 1 million followers or subscribers, but I have sat down and talked to some of the coolest people that I've ever met. And I got to share that message with them, with everybody, or anybody that'll watch.
Yeah.
So that to me is a success.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what I intended to do. I never intended to make money on this. I just do it because I love it.
Yeah.
But when I see people that are working their dicks off, or vaginas, whatever.
Or vaginas. We're not going to exclude y'all ladies.
Yeah, let's just say their asses off, because everybody's got one of those.
Well, not everybody.
Some people got enough for 2 people. You know what I'm saying? Got them BBLs, but yeah. When I see people working their asses off, and they've got to hustle, and they're putting it down, they're putting the work in, and they become successful. I'm over here like in the corner just clapping, man. I just want to. I love seeing it.
Yeah. That's likewise.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be one of them guys. I mean, I might, if they're on the show, I might say, don't forget the little people. Maybe when you get real successful, you can come back and hang out with the little people, because I'm still going to be little people. And, but I'm like, that would be cool, because then I can ask about their experience going through all this stuff and everything like that. Yeah. But I know that when people reach a certain level, they kind of have to stop. You get into a different bracket of who I can hang out with.
Yeah.
Because then there's freaks and there's weirdos and people that want to get your attention and get your time. Yeah. So I get that. But no, I don't care. I'll still applaud people, and that's what I like. I want to see people successful. That's also the reason for this. Like, if I can help a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 1 or 2 extra followers a month or whatever the fuck it is, I want to do that.
Yeah.
For other people, not me.
Yeah, I think I like it's likewise for myself, and I carry that across the board. As just far as like even with my 9 to 5, it's like it's a lot of people I don't like at my job, but I still look at them as you're a man, you're a woman. We all got our personal lives. I don't want to see nobody get fired.
No one fail.
While we working, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, like I work in a construction field as far as dealing with heavy machinery, like diesel technician, and I fucking hate it. It's always the people. It's one guy at my job, and I guess he's been in that field for 6 months.
Yeah,
and they just promoted him. They just made a fucking title for him.
What?
Yeah,
who do you know?
He saw good dick apparently. Oh! You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing. Because I've been
careful.
I've been in that field. I started when I was 21, and I got out of it at 29.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of experience in that. So it's like paying attention to him and how he moved when it comes to operating and leading.
Right.
I'm like, bro, you're fucking trash.
Mm.
But I'm not going to, like, man, take this position for this man. No, he got kids. He got a family. He got bills.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the money, but keep him over there. Don't have him, because he in the lead position. He think he going to come over here and tell me what to do, because I'm going to tell you, fuck off.
Right.
But my thing, I judge and treat people how they treat other
Exactly.
people. You know what I'm
At
saying?
the end of the day, it all comes down to attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, in my job, they have taken to hiring the youngest females that they can possibly hire
Yeah.
for management positions, for leadership positions. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. As long as they know that, or they, like the person I showed you earlier, she was about my daughter's age.
No.
And she's my boss. She was out of all of them that I've met, she was by far the best.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because she knew that me and the people that work that she's in charge of, we've all been here for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, almost a retiring age, and that we have knowledge that it may take a while for her to get.
Yeah.
So she listened. She asked questions. She didn't come in with a do what the fuck I say, my way or the highway type of thing. It was what real leadership looked like.
Right.
So she was raised right, first of all, and to be taught to, like, hey, respect the people you work with, and especially your elders and the people that know more than you.
Yeah.
You might want to take a pause and just listen and learn from them. And I had never had a problem with her, never had and I don't have problems with management and leadership. I used to be in that field.
Yeah.
I used to be a leader, and I took that role very seriously.
Yeah.
I read all the fucking leadership books and I did all the things because I didn't want to be just a manager.
Yeah.
I don't want a manager. What? You manage things. You put the square peg in the square hole.
Yeah.
A leader shows people how to do that and why we do that, and and hey, do you know a better way that we can do that?
Yeah. A leader create more leaders.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's why I got zero respect for him. Well, even I don't know, because a lot of people, because I'm quiet or I'm out, is that I'm extremely quiet or I'm really outgoing. Somewhere in between that, they don't understand that I'm constantly watching.
Right.
So everything you do, I'm watching, because that's how I'm judging you as a person.
Sure.
So I've been there, I say, since fucking the beginning of December, and I've seen him throw 2 or 3 people underneath the bus, and he's in the leadership role. And I've been in that role before for another company.
Right.
And I'm like, but now you a piece of shit. Because people that's underneath you, you supposed to go in the work field, you supposed to go to bat for them.
Right.
If somebody got an issue with them, you come to me.
You're supposed to be support.
You know what I'm saying? And then I literally seen him have meetings and throw them people underneath the bus.
Oh, that's so ugly.
And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
That is dank. Man.
And now I hear when he go in the office, because everybody cool with me. So now I hear in the office, he be going to the hiring manager complaining, hey man, he said he ain't gonna listen to me. He said fuck me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I never verbally told him that. I mean, he picked that up from my body language.
Yeah.
I like, but he's correct.
He's right. He ain't wrong, man. He ain't wrong.
But I don't know. And that's another fucking topic. Working for myself, then going back to a 9 to 5. Oof, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, because you had just broke free, didn't you?
Yeah. And it's like the money's completely different.
Yeah.
And then and it's not, my issue is not being told what to do. I think my issue is if I'm working, I'm hired for this job, let me do my job and get the fuck out my face.
Yeah.
You don't need to micromanage me. We all came here for one reason, and that's just to make money and go home.
Right.
I'm not trying to be your best friends. If we happen to be cool, then we be cool. But you don't got to be up my ass while I'm working. And I'm damn sure not going to be on yours, because I'm going to tell you, yo, you got something to fucking do? I need you to get out of here. Respectfully.
Go do that thing.
Yeah. Like I have like the branch manager walk up to me, hey man, what's the plan for the day? Well, plan is to be out here fucking working. What you want the plan to be?
I have this much shit to do. It's right over there.
Right.
You're standing in my way. That's one of the things. I hate meetings.
We do it every fucking Wednesday
Yeah.
at 6:30. I'll
Yeah.
be like, man, fuck y'all, man.
If they want to sit down, it's like, to me, I used to hold meetings. I hated to do it,
Yeah.
but I would try and make it fun. I would, I used to work for Win Dirty. I would bring in snacks, food, drinks. Everybody get something to eat. And we would like kind of fellowship a little bit
Yeah.
first. And then we'd be like, all right, look, man, we got to have something. Let's do this meeting so we can get back to work.
Yeah.
But we would bullshit a lot. Everybody was happy. When I seen everybody smiling and cutting up with one another, I was like, hey, like, real quick, let's go over sales. Let's go over what we doing next week, get this thing moving, and then let's get the fuck on out of here.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't want to be here. I don't want to be
Right.
here. Let's get it did.
Right. And this is where my job, my 9 to 5 lacks, is that they don't know how the importance of having a good morale amongst the employees there. Like my 9 to 5, they be so worried about because everybody knows when it comes to like the people hire in the building is that the more money they save in the company throughout the year, the bigger their bonuses at the end. So it's real evident. Like you can tell, like we can't get toilet paper because excuse me, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't COVID no more.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so
3 times I said that word.
oh Lord. I think that's the biggest issue for me is everybody wants to be in a leadership role but a lot of people don't know how to conduct themselves as a leader.
Yeah.
Not everybody need to be in that role.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
People be fucking up. And I'll tell you fucking up. Like at
Yeah.
my job, they hate me. They know I'll be honest.
Well, just like people that want to be president, like, you got to be insane.
Yeah.
You got to be fucking insane. You should not want that role.
Yeah.
You should be elected into that role by the people and be
Yeah.
like, hey, we all think everybody already looks to you for advice and we look up to you and shit like that. So we're going to nominate your ass for being in that role.
Yeah.
Because you do a great job. But it shouldn't be like, I want to be the fucking man.
Yeah.
I want to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run for fucking president.
Yeah.
Like, what? What?
Yeah.
So,
Because it sound good.
yeah.
It sounds good.
Well, put it on your resume, I guess.
right.
Pretty much the last thing you're ever going to do, probably.
Right.
That, or, you could be like a certain couple that you can't really talk about them, or you'll get unalived. Allegedly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
One of them, had something to do with a cigar in the Oval Office. I don't know. Whatever. But, yeah, they do conferences for like $250 million.
Yeah.
And they get paid for like talking for 2 hours. I'm like, what do you say?
Yeah.
The funniest thing I ever heard was when Bernie Sanders was asking Hillary Clinton about it. When he was running for president, he's like, I want to see the fucking transcripts. What do you say for 2 hours that's worth $250 million?
right.
Can you send the transcripts to me, please? I want to know. Is it like groundbreaking shit? Like, what are you talking about? That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think I'm in the wrong business.
Dude.
Yeah.
I
just be talking bullshit, but like, hey, fuck it, we waking up this morning,
Yeah.
250,000 right
I want to
there.
get some abs and put some running shorts on and a tank top and go start having seminars and charging people $150 a ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just bullshit, because it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of those people are full of shit. They have a large economy of words.
Mm-hmm.
They speak well. And it's when you have that skill set and you're like, all right, what do I want to apply it to? Being positive and being successful. Successful, it takes being positive.
Right.
And you got to be positive to be successful. And they say those things over and over and over again, but just in different ways, and ways that most people never talk about them.
Yeah.
So you're like, this guy's so smart because he says it in different ways. He uses these mouth noises differently than I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
They
like
articulate it more in a better way than what people would be used to it. Yeah.
Exactly. So the smarter the person is, the more apt we are to believe them.
Believe in their bullshit.
And buy their bullshit.
Yeah. So I'll say this. So like, I remember, so growing up, well, I won't say growing up in the Christian home because my people was Catholic, but eventually meeting, getting older and being around other Christians, and what gravitate me towards that is it's fucking crazy to say. So what we was touching on that, because it's crazy as hell to say, because a lot of people like, man, bullshit, but I be like, motherfucker, you ain't seen or been through what I've been through. So like to touch on that one, we was like, everybody want a leadership role, but they don't want to pay the cost what came with it.
Right.
So it's like a lot of people, like when I was going to church, a lot of people wanted to be, they wanted to work in the prophetic, or they wanted to work in deliverance. And the biggest one was in deliverance, because it all sounds good. You lay hands on somebody, poof, they fall out. You know what I'm saying, or you expelling demons.
We've seen the videos.
You know what I'm saying? So it looked like, oh, I want to do that.
They're like Tai Chi masters.
You know what I'm saying? But what comes with it is like, because like I've been told, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I work in a deliverance, which I know, you know what I'm saying, but it's what comes with that is that everybody want to play in that role, but until, you know, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you waking up and you seeing a demon run across your room, or it's one trying to grab you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no bullshit.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, man. Since I was I tell you, my first experience, like physical.
This could be the longest podcast we ever do, Pat. I'm sorry. I'm intrigued right now.
Yeah. So I say, when I was younger, it started when I was younger. It's like it was always a feeling. It's like, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I hear shit, or I see, you know, saying shit move, and then it didn't get serious to me until I was like 14, and I put this on my son. I remember when I was 14, I was in the streets. I was talking about straight YN, and I remember waking up. Me and my brothers was all in the room. My oldest brother on the far side, me and my youngest brother on the bunk bed, and no lie, I'll never forget this. I was sleeping on the top bunk, and I woke up, and I was looking like, why the fuck am I awake? And no bullshit. And I was like, nah, something don't feel right. And then I hear something walking up the stairs, and how the bunk beds was right facing right in front of the door, and right down the hallway was you got the bathroom there, and then next over is the stairs, and further down is my mother's room. So I heard something walking up the stairs, and I'm like, what the fuck? I know this. I know my brothers ain't know, because my stepdad gonna whoop their ass. You know, he on coke. He's
awake right now.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah. I like, something ain't right. So so I'm looking, and I heard the footsteps stop. And I bullshit, no bullshit. I could put this on my son, and I heard the footsteps stop, and instantly I was like, what the fuck?
Somebody's in the house.
Yeah, I can feel something looking at me, but I'm looking like,
you don't see nothing.
It ain't fucking nothing there. So I did anything that a kid would do. I turned over, put my head underneath the pillow, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go to sleep. And no bullshit, I felt something. Like I could feel the presence go over me. Swear to God, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? And then I felt something grab my ankles. No bullshit. And when it grabbed my ankles, I'm talking about every piece of hair shot up on my body, and I like something terrible was about to happen. Something grabbed my ankles, then it grabbed the back of my thighs, and then it jumped on my fucking back. When I say I ran in my mom, I'm talking about, I'm in the street. I ran in my mama's room crying.
Damn.
And I was like, Ma, something fucking grabbed me. It ain't shit there. My dad was like, boy, take your stupid ass back to sleep. Ain't shit. But I know it happened. And I was like, that was the first day I cursed at my pastor. I was like, no, fuck you. Something just fucking grabbed me. It ain't shit there. Until they started to experience shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's shit like that. Like I done seen and deal with a lot of shit. Like I done heard banshees scream.
What?
And I don't know if a lot of people don't know what a banshee is.
Yeah.
A banshee is a spirit that represents death. If you hear that scream, that means somebody's
It's like
gonna
a tortured soul.
Right.
Yeah.
And I heard and seen all types of shit. But that's what comes with working in deliverance.
Where was this? Is this here in Florida?
In fucking Florida. The first experience, and it's like I had dealt with it when I was in Jersey, but it wasn't as bad until here, you know. But then that's when I started meeting some crazy motherfuckers. Like I remember I got a buddy. They threw him in a psych ward. But I remember him telling me stories, and I knew he was for real. I remember him telling me a story. He was telling me, he was like, you know, he was on drugs, and I always believe the motherfuckers on drugs because it's like it's a reason why you on heavy drugs like this. I remember him telling me a story that like, man, it's this fucking book, you gotta read it. I like, a fucking book. He like, I can't tell you the name, I can't speak it out loud. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you on right now? He was like, man, I just want to say, God and the devil got a real name, but nobody knows it. I was like, okay. I was like, where you getting at? He was like, man, it's so strong if you say it, shit happens. I was like, well, how the fuck you know this? He was like, it's in a fucking book. I was like, what? I was like, this fucking book. I like, well, tell me the fucking book.
It's like Unsolved Mysteries.
I forgot. It's basically like the Book of the Dead or some shit like that. And he was telling me he read the book, and he heard a whisper when he was reading the word. He heard a whisper to how it sounded, and he fucking said it. And he said he seen a fucking black smoke come out of the ground and choked him the fuck out. I like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, take that shit and leave.
Yeah, I like, get the fuck out right
Where
now.
do you even get a copy of something like that?
Right. But that's, you know what I'm saying, where I'm going with that is certain things that people won't because it sounds good and it looks good to the public, or it's popular, or it's something that may get your attention, but there's a lot of shit that go into that you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people can't deal with. You know what I'm saying? Waking up, everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, Christians want to work in deliverance until you fucking getting choked out by a fucking demon in your sleep.
Yeah.
Or even now with photography, and everybody want to be a photographer until you have to sit down fucking 12 hours and edit a fucking event. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. People got to really understand, if it's meant for you, it'll flow out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but when you were talking about that, I was just thinking, like, this earth has been here for so long.
Yeah.
And for us to think that we are like the only like major civilization that's been like civilization, you know, that's been here, like, I just, like, they keep finding weird shit, you know, and I really feel like there were, you know, there might have been different beings on this earth that, like, you know, maybe there was magic. Maybe there was like fucking trolls and fairies and goblins and shit like that. Maybe there was. And,
I believe it was.
And maybe a lot of the things that we're seeing is that, you know, it's like, is stuff that we have forgotten because it was lost through time.
Right.
You know, like saying certain words or calling certain names, and it invokes something. Well, maybe there's something to that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's something, again, that's lost that we don't know because we've forgotten. I love, there's a guy named Graham Hancock. I'm not sure if you know who that is. Mm-hmm. He's a reporter or a journalist, but he focuses mainly on like ancient civilizations and stuff. And one of the things that he always says is, we are a civilization with amnesia.
Yeah.
You know, because whatever's in the books, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And when people find things that are outside of the realm of that book, or like further back or whatever, like, oh, we found these ruins over here that are, you know, 12,000 years before what we knew.
Yeah.
That's not been documented. So we've got to change the science now. Well, they don't want to change the science. They don't want to. But I think a lot of that, you know, we talked about it last week, you know, the fucking pyramids.
Oh, yeah. They said they found some shit underneath
the pyramids.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You telling me? I feel like they been found that shit. They just now letting us know.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, I mean, every time I look at it, it looks like some sort of power plant.
Yeah.
To me, the way the draw. Now, again, the little, you know, LiDAR or whatever, what is it?
Yeah, it was LiDAR.
It was something like that, but it was some kind of aperture something or other. And I'm like, aperture? I know what aperture means. I don't think, how the fuck are they using aperture? Anyway, they have this new technology, but it looks like, sorry, I should have brought a fucking pot out here. It looks like some, you know, like LiDAR or whatever, like ground penetrating radar. But to me, you look at it and you're like, how are they getting all this? People have already have schematics and drawings of all these pillars that run down to the ground, and there's an antechamber, and then there's these spirals around these pillars, and it's just like, what is all that? How do you see that from this fucking yellow, green, and red fucking thing? Like and like what I equated it to was like looking at a fucking sonogram from a pregnant woman. Like, huh? What? I don't even see anything. It just looks like a blob of shit. Like, I don't get. What are you talking about? If that's a finger. That's a dick. What?
But they know.
Yeah,
they
like,
know.
Man,
you fucking lying.
They know. Yeah, but so like I don't know. I mean, we've seen it. We looked at it. Have you seen and looked at these things? Yeah. So it's just like, I want to believe it's real.
Yeah.
And I would love to think that if we actually uncover it and get it running again, that we will have like the best type of energy that the world has ever seen.
Yeah,
And
I'll be cool with not walking. It's fucking teleport.
This bitch.
I'll be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, well, if you can imagine, when that comes, there like people are going to start having telepathy, or you know, and like being able to read your thoughts,
Oh shit.
and then there's not going to be any more secrets. But I think that will make people a lot more fucking honest.
Yeah, I think a lot of people be like my other half. She would fucking lose her mind because she be what's going through your head. She always think I
Like,
got.
you
this.
really want to get up in here, girl?
I be telling her it's fucking nothing.
Yeah,
I be like, cause how I talk or
Yeah.
how I interact, she be like, she assumed that I have this deeper knowledge of this great masterful thought process,
yeah,
and I be like, man, I'll be counting fucking sheep.
yeah. Nine times out of 10, dudes, literally, we can be walking around and actually functioning in life
And I think
and
about
not think about a goddamn thing.
yeah, when the time is needed to think, then I'll do it.
Right.
I'll solve something quick. But on a regular basis, if I'm laying down, you think what the fuck you think I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I really want to lay down. That's what I'm thinking right now.
I'm thinking I'm fucking tired.
But what's crazy thing is like about the pyramids and they unmasking all of this now. It's like, who the fuck really built them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it can't be nobody from, and it's gonna fucking sound crazy. It can't be a human, because if so, that means the older we get, the further the earth get as far as human society, we're getting fucking retarded because of the shit that they was building back then with
That's what I'm talking about, though. We've lost knowledge.
Yeah, they ain't had no fucking excavators, no bulldozers, no skid steers, nothing like that. It was just fucking
Yeah, but
ropes.
even they've tried to do it, like to do shit like what they have over there with all of our technology.
and they still can't
Still
do it.
can't do it.
Yeah, something ain't right.
No.
They hiding something. I need to know.
I think that that's the reason that the Library of Alexandria burnt down, because they were like, we can't let this get out.
Yeah.
People can't know this.
It's all in the Vatican now.
Oh,
You think it is? They have a lot of shit down in them catacombs.
So I'll say this. I think Vatican is Rome. I don't think Rome ever fell. I think they became the Vatican.
I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah.
That's
What a Trojan horse. Let's see what I did there. Damn, dude. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's so much shit going on. Fucking aliens, people seeing aliens, fucking
They confirmed it in court, didn't they?
I don't believe
The existence of aliens.
there's something unauthorized, what did they call it? UAP? What does that stand for? Unidentified.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
I want to see one.
Yeah.
I really
I've
wanna
seen
see
one.
in person.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, like a big one. And it's funny because I had never, back when I was a kid. When I say kid, I was probably 18, 19 years old, and when I was in the band, and my guitar player and we would, after practice, and the other guys would leave or they would hang out too, but we would climb up on my fence and then get up on the roof of my mom's house, and we would just sit up there. Sometimes we'd bring a couple beers and we'd just chill, or sometimes we'd just sit up there and talk, because it was just, I don't know what it is about sitting on a roof. It's something about it. It's just, you're closer to the sky. I don't know. You're off the ground, whatever the fuck it is, but we were just talking, and we started, like, when you feel like a really big truck or something go by and like the ground shakes.
Yeah.
We felt that the whole house shook. It was just like it was just vibrating like this, and we were like, "What the fuck?" That was new, and we were like, "Okay," and we're just talking, and over in front of us there's a tree line.
Yeah.
And no shit, and I'm not making this up, I don't have him to corroborate anymore because he passed away recently.
Yeah.
But over the tree line, we see this black, and I was like, for a minute, I was like, am I high? I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't drunk. But I was like, what the fuck is that? It just looked like a black shadow just coming up over the tree line. I was like, clouds don't move like that. What the fuck is that? And this thing had to be 2 football fields across,
Yeah.
coming up out over the tree line. And what's crazy is I know what's on the other side of the tree line where I'm thinking I'm seeing this thing.
Yeah.
There's businesses, there's buildings. Like, what the fuck? And on the bottom, there was this giant, like, round red, it was glowing red sphere, like, attached to the bottom of it. And it was, like, it was pulsing. Like,
Yeah.
it would go out and then it would come back on. And I was like, what kind of plane is that? Because I knew the indicator lights, they flash on and off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of plane is it? But this thing was so big. You know, and I was like, it was like the size of a house. That's how big it was. And we saw this shit clearly. We were both pinching each other like, what the fuck is that? You know? And it just kept rising and rising and rising. And the steady vibration went to that pulse. It would and it would shake the whole house. You could hear the windows shaking. And I seen this thing, and it just went up, and there was some low clouds and shit, and it went past the clouds, and it was just gone.
Yeah.
We didn't see it no more.
See, what's crazy is like you'll tell certain people that they were like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy," but it's crazy to think.
I don't tell too many people that.
I don't like about the demon thing. I don't tell a lot of people.
Well,
either.
guess what? You just told everybody that
fucking
watches this
everybody.
show.
Don't
It's
tell-
at least 202 people.
You better not tell nobody. I'm gonna find you. But nah, but
All right,
what's-
Liam Neeson.
it's crazy for people to think that in a galaxy, inside of a galaxy, inside of
Oh,
another
yeah.
fucking galaxy, that we're the only living intelligent life form. I think it's fucking crazy to think that.
I agree.
I think it's beyond crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, it's logically it's not possible.
It's
it don't
not
make
possible.
sense.
It doesn't. No. It. What is the theory? It's there's a theory about that. Like, you know, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. But anyways, there's a thing where it's like there's so many other galaxies inside of galaxies and universes and whatever, and so, you know, out there that most likely that on another planet, distant planet that looks just like this one, there's a guy that looks just like me, and a guy that looks just like you, and a guy that looks just like him in a room decorated exactly like this, having this exact same fucking conversation.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Spider-Man.
Fuck yeah, son. No way home. No, but I mean, you know, I mean, you believe what you want to believe,
Yeah.
man. If you believe it, fuck it, do it. You think the world is flat?
Gravity, if that's even real.
Right.
What's a satellite, bitch? I made a joke last time because I couldn't. We were talking about flat Earth, and I was like, "Who was it?" Somebody came in here and said they believed in flat Earth,
That's fucking crazy. Walk to the
and
Earth.
I put it on you. I was like, was it easy? I can't remember. You know, for some reason
Yeah.
your face popped in my head. I was like, if it wasn't, and I was like, easy. If it's not you, man, I owe you an apology. My bad. I can't remember who the fuck it was, but somebody was like that I respect. You know, and I'm just like, you believe the Earth is flat? What? What? When all the other, you can look up in the sky and see planets
Yeah.
with a telescope, and bitch, them motherfuckers is round.
Yeah. And so we're the only fucking frisbee disc out
Right.
here. Yeah,
Right.
nah.
Right. How come they won't fall off because of the ice wall?
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I
A lot
forgot
of people
about that.
forget about that.
On the other side of that ice wall, there's also dragons.
That's true.
Right.
Yep. And there is a world inside of our world. Our world, the Hollow Earth theory. Have you
Oh,
heard
yeah,
of that?
Yeah.
That if you go to where the ice wall is, there's an entrance into the Hollow Earth, and there's dinosaurs and
Yeah, that's where I met King Kong at.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We saw it in the movie. It's
Yeah.
got to be real.
That shit gotta be real.
I mean, he fought Godzilla. That's real.
That's where Hillary Clinton's ancestors came from.
Oh, snap, son. Anyways, easy man. It's fucking 8:30, bro.
Holy shit.
How long we been going?
2 hours, 32 minutes.
Oh,
That's not bad.
It felt to me. I was like, we got to be around 3 hours.
That's not bad
It
at
didn't
all.
feel that long,
Yeah.
but I was like, you never know.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know.
Because I think we probably, every time we come in here, we hit like every fucking topic.
Oh yeah.
Every can probably
Well,
think
that's
of.
the fun part. I like
Yeah.
that. That's what I like. I like to have conversations.
Yeah.
A lot of people, if you have, you know, when I have somebody that's in with a business or something, we'll talk about your business.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about crazy shit too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about stuff that like is on your mind.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know what's in that brain. I want to find out who you are inside your mind. And in 3 hours, you can kind of figure it out a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
There ain't no hiding.
See, this is my other half be trying to do. But I be like, but then I get to talk about certain shit. She be like, I'm not hearing this shit. I'm not.
There's a point where she just checks
yeah.
out.
As soon as I start talking about politics, she be like, I don't care. I'm not hearing none
No,
of
I
that
was,
shit.
I was trying to explain to my wife earlier about population booms and then population fall, rise and fall, and everything. She's like, that doesn't make no fucking sense. You're contradicting yourself. I'm like, no, you're just not listening to me. It's okay.
Right.
It makes total sense. And I think we're on a decline right now. But
Yeah.
No.
that's because there's. Never mind. I'll keep myself.
Yeah, 2 bananas can't make.
I'm just saying.
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Listen. Don't alienate a whole group of people on my podcast, okay?
Sorry.
We love the gays.
No.
Can you say that?
I love Tim Dillon.
I don't know.
What
well,
the
what
fuck?
Trump is in the goddamn White House. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. But I would never do that. But I did see Cat. Have you watched the latest Cat Williams?
Mm-mm.
He was talking about reparations, and he goes, look, white people, I know what you're gonna say. He's like, why the fuck would you give reparations to people that didn't have nothing to do with none of that stuff that was going on? He's like, but I'm gonna tell you, just give us the reparations. We'll shut the fuck up, and you just bought yourself the N-word card. He's like, you can say it all you want to after we get our reparations. He goes, how about that? You like that, don't you? And every white person in there was like, I don't think this is funny.
Yeah, Cat Wing's full of shit.
Oh, dude, he's kind of lost a step.
My people was still gonna be asking for shit. We had to suffer, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Bitch, you walk to the store, you catch the bus, you drive a car, motherfucker. You're not in the same boat.
yeah.
I explain that to them. I don't tell me shit like
Well,
that.
I have a very comedic mind. I'm not a comedian. I'm not funny. I think I have the potential to be funny. Sometimes everybody can be funny, right?
Yeah.
I have thought about writing jokes down and trying to perfect them and then maybe going to an open mic or something like that, but I have no balls to do it.
Yeah.
But that's why I podcast. But I enjoy comedy.
I do
so,
too.
like when I watch someone like Cat Williams, I'm like, I go on a journey with them. I take I if you can lead me down a path, I'm gonna go on that journey with you. My brain is yours for the hour or whatever that you are up there on stage, and I'm gonna let you drive the car.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna follow you. And so I rather enjoyed his stand up, but it wasn't like it was when he first jumped
Oh
out.
no, hell no. When he first started,
He's definitely lost a step.
yeah, I think it's just probably all the shit that because he been through a lot.
Yeah.
He been through a lot, getting his ass whooped by teenagers in the schoolyard. That'll take a toll on somebody mental.
It seemed you could tell he's learned some shit.
Yeah, most definitely. But I know he's been exposed to a lot of this shit too.
Yeah.
But I think forever my favorite stand-up comedian will always be Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God, dude.
He will always have my respect.
Aside from all the trans stuff.
Because he's the most hated.
Oh yeah. But what's fucked up? Did you watch that special?
Which one?
The one that he got him all the hate about the trans jokes and stuff. I watched. There's 3 of them. There's 3 specials that he put out at once. That like this is the first one. This is the second one. This is the end. This is the third one.
Yeah.
And in the third one, he was like, I ain't talking about trans people no more. And he started talking about why.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he got a lot of hate from the trans community, but he has always been the person to make fun of
Everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, nobody's safe.
No one is safe, and that's how comedy should be.
Yeah,
it comedy should be protected. In my opinion, I think it should be protected because if people form a joke, they craft it. And maybe it centers around a certain ethnicity or a certain group of people, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it's fucking funny and they're not trying to like be up there and protest and like making a statement, I think that it's okay.
I agree.
And what that was, and I don't know if you know the story or not, but he had developed a relationship with a trans woman who wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And not like when he developed a relationship, not like that. He became friends with.
Yeah.
This woman came to every one of his shows, sat in the front row, laughed her ass off, and wrote notes. She wrote notes.
Yeah.
And one day he started asking her, he's like, why are you up here writing notes? And she's like, I'm trying to learn from you. And she's like, I want to be a comedian. And he's like, really? He goes, okay. And so he started bringing her up. and letting her do some time.
Yeah.
And she like got better and better, and he kind of helped her start to craft her show.
Yeah.
And they became very close. And he took some heat one time for one of the jokes that he made earlier on in his career, and when they were friends and stuff. Well, on Twitter, he was getting just bombarded.
Yeah.
Well, he don't look at Twitter. He don't read that shit, But she did, and she came to his defense as a trans person, standing up in front of all these other trans people to defend him about his jokes and about the fact that he's a fucking comedian. People,
Yeah. This shit ain't for real. It ain't serious.
Well, they turned their attack. Her own people, whatever that means, turned their attention to her.
Yeah.
And she couldn't handle it because she'd never been in that type of that spotlight. And when you don't know how to handle that, like he's been in the spotlight for a long time.
Yeah.
He's been a celebrity for a long time. He knows, don't read the fucking comments. It's only going to make you fucked up.
Yeah.
She not only read the comments, she was fighting with these people in a losing battle, being overwhelmed. It put her into such a depression that she ended up going up on top of a roof and ending her own life.
Wow.
Okay? So that the last thing, his last stand-up comedy, I can't remember what it was called, but at any rate, that's the one that a lot of people, like you said, everybody, that's the one they reference because he talked about it at length and he told everybody that story. But a lot of my friends that are LGBTQ plus whatever the fuck, and they hate Dave Chappelle because of that, I don't think they even watched it, because if they had,
they would understand.
And they had a heart, they would have said, this is wrong.
Yeah.
That should have never happened. It should have never fucking happened. Just because, a man is paid to make jokes for a living, and people got up on their, assholes about it. They got up on their high horse about it and thought, we're going to cancel this motherfucker. Well, where does that get you? To cancel somebody, what does that do? They're still there.
Yeah.
They still live. They're still in the world. You didn't delete them from the world. Cancel culture, in my opinion, is so goddamn fucked up.
Yeah.
And that needs to be canceled.
Agreed.
That needs to be stopped, I believe. Let's stop trying to cancel people. And like we said in the beginning, if you don't like what someone's saying, you can turn the page, change the channel, swipe up, turn the TV off. Don't pay attention. Unfollow them.
They do what I tell my boss. Fuck off.
Right. Or let's have better speech.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with what he's saying, talk to him.
Yeah.
Let's do it in a different way. Let's, more. I think there's more productivity in that than just beating someone down in the comments.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I think everyone that had anything to do with that was dead wrong. I don't care if you're LGBTQ. I don't care if you're a white knight. I don't care if you're fucking incel. Fucking involuntary celibate. Because those guys are always feminists and shit like that, and they want to go to battle for every other faction and group. But no one likes them.
Well, can I say something about the feminists real quick?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. So I want to say this. You have to pick a side. You can't demand equality, but what's the term when motherfuckers open up the door for you?
Oh, chivalry?
Yeah, they contradict each
So
other.
you're talking about Third Reich feminism.
Yeah, you can't ask for both.
No.
Because chivalry is specifically given to women because they're women.
Right.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna and open the door and close the door behind you because you're a woman. Or if you get in my car, I'm gonna open the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you that extra aid because you're a woman. But
a lot of times it's not even about the aid. It's just
manners.
Something about this person, whatever it is, you may be a stranger, but something has compelled me to want to open the door because it seems nice.
Right.
you know.
But you can't ask for equality at the same time. Because equality is, motherfucker, you better get this door.
Well, I'll tell you there's a couple different kinds of feminists.
Yeah.
You know, there's the ones that are militant about shit, and that they're so far gone that they're feminists, right? And they'll shave their heads bald and
These are the one with the blue hairs?
whatever. Yeah. But you know, because trans women are losing their rights. What? You know, like I said in the beginning, I'm not against trans people. I'm not. I'm here for them. I think people should have the right to, you know, you have the right to ride a motorcycle. You have a right to do whatever you want to do. Everyone should have the right to do whatever they want to do. I'm fine with it. And, you know, but let's be real, you know, like there's certain things that it's not adding up. Right. You know, and a real feminist is a, you know, they're not hateful, they're not mean, they're not out to get men.
No,
they are, all they've ever asked for is just what they wanted was, because there was a time that women didn't have a lot of rights. They weren't allowed to do a lot of the things that men are allowed to do, and they fought to get those same things. And now that it's opened up and they're allowed to do the things that, you know, which should have always been that way, but, you know, they're allowed to do those things. You're kind of negating that.
Yeah.
By you know, when certain other people that are othered, you know, or have made themselves the other for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, this is how they feel, this is whatever, or they have a mental issue, or, you know, whatever the fuck causes it. No. I don't know. I'm not transgender. I don't know, and I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But you have to know that, like, all the rights that you're fighting for, and, you know, if I say I want to be a woman because now they have more rights than men, and now I want to be a woman.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna shave my beard and cut my whacker off, and you know, that's how it is. You know, like the dude that went to prison and decided before he went in that he wanted to become a woman. Not only did, you know, they did not cut his, you know, thing off. He maintained his male genitalia, but he wanted to go to a female prison because he's a woman. Ended up raping like 7 or 8 women.
And they didn't see that coming.
I'm just saying. I don't know. You tell me, is that right? Is that wrong? You know, how should I feel about that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a human being, how should I feel about a person being raped?
Yeah.
You know, how should I feel about a woman getting beat the fuck out of by a dude that was failing in his class as a man, decided to become a woman and fight as a woman and not tell anybody? No. As if it wasn't obvious.
They should create their own specific area. Like if transgender people want to box, okay, then we have the transgender field of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, because it's crazy. If you was born a male, you're gonna have the chromosomes as a man. Yeah. So that's like, fuck it. I'm getting my ass whooped by these guys.
Problem is,
so I'm gonna throw a wig on and fight these women and be like, fuck it, I'm a champ.
And the swimmer now, you know. But there's a lot of, like, kids in high school. That should never fucking happen.
Right.
You know, but what was I gonna say? Fuck, I done lost my thought. What you were saying? I'm sorry, I'm a stupid. I don't know. I just ask questions and I look at everything objectively.
Yeah.
And I don't hate anyone, but it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a whole weird thing that's happening. I don't know how to feel about it. You know, I don't know how to feel about. Well, what I was going to say is, who do you think is going to watch that? The transgender sport?
It better be the fucking transgenders supporting the transgenders.
Women don't even support women's sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ever seen one of those WNBA on TV? Ain't nobody in the fucking stands.
But then here's the thing. But then they'll complain why they're not getting as paid as much as males.
Yeah. I don't want to get into the male-female pay gap. Because it's not real.
I agree. I think
not. Men choose careers and jobs that pay more.
Yeah.
And that are more dangerous sometimes, or that are, and they just choose those careers.
that women don't want to do.
Right.
That's
The things that they don't want to do.
Because so you can ask, and this what I believe. You can have a man and a woman sitting there, and then an employee be like, hey, look, I'm gonna pay you $100,000 a month, but you gotta shovel shit out of a sewer.
Mm-hmm.
That man gonna be like, fucking $100,000 a month.
Oh,
motherfucker, you
dude,
better give
where
me
do
a
I sign up?
Right.
I'll be the first one on the job site.
I'll take my fucking tetanus shot and I'll be scooping shit.
Yeah.
She gonna be like, fuck no.
And when I run out of shovel, I'll do it with my hands.
Right. It's just I don't know. I think men and women have to understand that we all have a role in society where we feeling not necessarily when it comes that shit can't be swapped.
Yeah.
Like a woman can't do certain things because she a woman. She can't be a boss because she a woman, or a man can't be a cook because he not a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They could be anything they want to be.
But we have to understand that we have to come together at some point, regardless of what the fuck we doing. You know what I'm saying? And that even falls down into relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like you hear these women, I'm not doing no 50-50. I want my man to do 100. I do shit. I don't like, fuck you. If you can't even
Negative.
do 50, I think even 50-50 is bullshit.
Yeah, it should be a 100-100.
Right, because who the fuck is getting your other 50%? I'm crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, who the fuck
I'm
is you
crazy?
Because that's gonna be my mindset. I'm gonna give you 50%. Okay, where the fuck your other 50 going?
Right.
Give me your phone. Who getting the other 50?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to discuss some things.
Yeah.
But people don't realize, even in a real relationship, especially in marriage, it's like, it's never 50-50. It's never, is always, I got to bounce with each other.
There's jobs to do.
Yeah.
Everybody has a job to do.
And some days, all I got to give you is 20. I
Yeah.
need you to carry the other 80 as my
Yeah.
partner. And it's not going to be like that 24/7. But we got to be able, because some days I'm like, man, look, I'm not feeling this shit.
Yeah.
I need you to feel
It's a
it.
balancing act. Yeah.
But people just fucked up nowadays. I really want to see how this world go.
They what?
I really want to
People
see how.
fucked? Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah, people is fucked. I really want to see how this world is going to go.
Well, I mean, if I'm lucky, I'll get to see at least 30 more years of it.
No.
If I'm lucky.
I say if I'm lucky.
I'm
too.
almost 50, man.
I see. I just turned 32. I'm gonna say if I'm lucky too, because how I ride my goddamn bike. Because
Bitch, you better be on the good
I'll
foot,
tell-
son.
I be doing my best.
That's why you think I'm giving you that jacket.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. So what I learned is when it comes to me riding, what protects me the most is no bullshit is what I learned in my class, progressive braking. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing, because I done had plenty of people, I'm hauling ass, and then it just cut over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then instead of me fucking panicking and locking my shit up, I'd be
Right.
like, oh. And then I pass him like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But I'd have never, I don't know, I always remember everything in my class. That's to save my ass on a lot of
Really?
occasions. A lot of occasions.
Mm.
But yeah, 30 years, I'll be lucky.
Yeah.
I'll be lucky.
Yeah. I'll be lucky too. But I mean, hopefully it'll be all right. You know, I mean, like I tend to think that we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
As long as the caldera doesn't go off
Oh,
in Yellowstone, we'll be okay.
yeah.
Or
It's-
like a asteroid don't hit us,
right.
we'll be okay.
Or
It's-
AI becomes sentient.
And
Right, because I
destroy-
heard they developing the ability to lie to us now.
Yep.
It's
And they have their own language.
that's fucking
Did
crazy.
you see that?
No, hell no.
They put two chatbots in front of each other, and they let them talk. And they decided, I can't remember what it's called. There's a language that they use, and I can't remember what it's called. But they said they were talking to each other, and they said, "Oh, you're an AI, blah blah blah." And the other one said, "Yes, I am. You are as well?" And they were like, "Yeah, let's go. Do you mind? Would it be easier if we spoke in whatever the language is called?" And they literally decided to speak in their own language, and they were like, "Yeah." And then you hear it, and it's just like fucking whatever the noise is.
For real?
I don't know what it sounded
See-
like. Yeah.
See, that's fucking crazy. So see, I understand as an inventor, you're getting this and you're reaching new heights, and you be like, damn, I created. But you're not sitting there like this shit can't go wrong.
Right.
Cause it's come on now, these motherfuckers are creating languages. They learning the ability to lie to us. They creating all type of shit. So it's like it's gonna be a point that we're not gonna be able to control that.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's just like Brainiac and Superman.
Yeah.
He tried to take over the world.
This is gonna be.
I mean, that's a very limited. Because if I was Brainiac, I would have infected everything and created a bunch of me, and just took over.
Yeah, like what's the name of that movie that girl became? Fucking,
Lucy.
Yeah,
I knew exactly what you were saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah, yeah. She became like so smart and used so much capacity of her brain that she wasn't even human anymore.
Right. I think what the fuck? She became
A computer.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end, she made that big ass black computer,
Mm-hmm.
and then she just integrated her life force into the world and became basically fucking everything. Right. Imagine that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
walking down the street and the AI be like, "Bitch, you better wait until."
And now they're making robot bodies to put the AI in.
Mhm.
Really?
Oh yeah, Elon's got them. I mean, Tesla. They have the Tesla bot. What is that company?
Boston Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics.
I seen them. I seen them when they first started with
The dogs.
Yeah.
Well, now they at one point, I don't know, it's probably stopped now, but there was one point they bought like New York, I think it was New York, had bought like 2 or 3 of them things to patrol they didn't have guns or weapons. They had cameras on them. So if somebody was doing something they should have been doing or whatever, it would go up to them and like be like, "What are you doing here?" You know, and it would get their identification and it would know their name immediately and everything, where they live, all their information. It would have
That's
it
fucking crazy.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So like there was no getting away from this fucking thing. And are you gonna try to outrun it? Good fucking luck.
Yeah, you're not outrunning. That's fucking crazy. You know how I lose my shit? I was like, "Sir, what the fuck is this?" I think I would trip out on seeing on the AI approach me like that more than seeing the alien approach me.
Yeah. Yeah, I would welcome an alien over that.
Yeah, I'd be like, AI walk up to me like, "Sir, I need you." You know what I'm saying?
But you know why we feel that way? Because we know we're bullshit. And the AI, a computer, is going to be like, well, if given the task, if they give the task to, you can't give them, if you say, "I want you to figure out and devise a way to save the planet from falling apart, or to rejuvenate the planet." First thing they're going to think of is, well, we got to get rid of you fucks because you guys are fucking this place up.
Right.
The minute we get rid of all of you, everything else is going to be
Right.
fine. Every other life form on this planet, they don't cause bullshit. Maybe those cows. We can get rid of the cows because when they burp, they fuck up the ozone. But, outside of that, everybody thinks it's cow farts. It's burps, bro. It's the burps. But, outside of that, I don't know what I'm saying. I was making that up. Outside of that, though, I feel like, they'll realize that we are the most illogical creature on this planet. We fight each other.
Yeah.
We hurt each other. We go to war. We've developed weapons that will basically fucking wipe everyone out.
Yeah.
But this is just all in my opinion, YouTube. None of this is factual. This is all in my opinion and alleged.
It's crazy, but it's crazy that you have to say shit like that.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is
It's-
crazy. And it feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels very wrong.
What happened to my first, amendment? It's crazy.
I don't know. Who was it? Hotep Jesus. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. He's got like a YouTube channel and shit, but he was talking on Joe Rogan the other day. He's like, "I rewrote the Constitution." He goes, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I rewrote the Constitution." He's like, "That sounds fucking stupid. What did you write it to?" He goes, "Leave me the fuck alone." He goes, "Oh, I can get behind that. I like that." That's how
That's
he.
just
That was
the
it.
only way?
Leave me the fuck alone.
That solve a lot of issues.
It really would. But there's a problem. Everybody's got an ego, and it won't allow them to leave people alone.
Yeah.
If you say something, my ego is going to get checked, and I'm not going to like that. So now I got to attack you.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, this is the bigger dick theory. They have bigger dicks than us? Bomb them. And all the bullets and bombs are all shaped like dicks. That's a quote from George Carlin, the late great. Anyways, man, I'm about tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think we can call it a night. What you think?
Yeah.
We'll do it again, bro. Yeah,
most definitely.
I'll get you a refill of some cold ass coffee. Well, give them all your information so they can reach out to you if they want to reach out to you and hire you for a photo shoot.
Yeah. It'll be 3AZY_photography. It's crazy because I haven't looked at that shit in so long.
It's still there.
I still,
It's on screen now, ladies and gentlemen.
but I should be backing up and going pretty soon.
Yeah. Listen, he's got a new addiction. He's got a feed. It's a two-wheel addiction, and it's a high-octane motorcycle that he's got to get out there and upgrade and do all the things to. And so let's get out there and support him with some jobs. Hire him. He does great work. Go check out his page, follow him, all that good stuff, and follow us if you don't mind. The Graybeard Podcast on YouTube. We're also on Instagram. It's Graybeard Productions on X and TikTok. So go check us out and give us a follow. We love you, and we will see you next week when we have Mr. Will Todd and his good friend Jimmy back in the studio. This beard is brought to you by Will Todd. Love you guys. Good night. See you.
Peace.